Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. I'm your host, Cooley. Tonight is debate night and some video reaction reviews. It is February 5th, 2005. Can't believe it's 2025, man. I hope y'all all having a good new year. Today is Wednesday. Let's go. Actually, Gabby, off. You're done. And you want to leave too? This is how our relationship goes. God over man, man over woman, woman over children. All right, we are back, ladies and gents. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. Tonight is debate night, but before we get into debate night, let's go over the usual schedule programming things. Also, we're reacting to some videos too, as usual. But if you like the podcast and you want to support the podcast, go ahead and click the second link in the YouTube description. That's going to be for the memberships. The first link is going to be to join the stream. So click that first link if you want to go ahead and join the stream. You know what? I'm actually going to put the link to join the stream in the comments. Let me go ahead and do that for you guys real quick. I know also a lot of you have been saying, hey, Cooley, why don't you do polls? You never put up any polls, you know, when you're doing the debates and stuff like that. So when things get started, depending on the topics and stuff like that and, you know, where the conversation goes or who comes in to join the stream for debate night, I'll definitely put up some polls for y'all, man. I got y'all, man. I got y'all. Okay, so while I'm putting that link up, I could do that and talk at the same time. So the next link in the YouTube description, which is going to be the third link, is going to be for coaching. So if your chick is withholding sex for compliance from you, if you are lacking in masculinity, you can't keep a job, no one respects you, people just be punking you everywhere you go, go ahead and click that first link, man. Go ahead and click that first link. I got you. I mean, go ahead and click that third link. I got you. That's going to be for one-on-one coaching. We could do video call coaching or just a regular call coaching, man. The next link is going to be for the Clips channel. Join the Clips channel. If anything happens to the main channel, I will be going live on the Clips channel. So go ahead and join that for me. And besides that, we got the Discord in there as well. Got a lot of people in the Discord. I need to actually get my Discord up. I need to be active in there more, but we still got a lot of people in there, man. And it's a fast and easy way you can get in contact with myself and talk amongst one another and get in contact with anyone from my team as well, because everyone on my team is in the Discord. All right. Without further ado, let me go ahead and I'm putting up the link now. I said I was good at multitasking, but guess what? It was just taking a little longer than usual to get to the screen, what I had to get to. Okay, here we go. We got Scam Chan. I see you in here. We got Juan Martinez. I see you in here. We got the mods in here today and the people from the membership. Actually, let me see. Who be Scam Chan? Are you a mod? If you're not a mod, I'll mod you. Because you're in here all the time and you're in here early, so why not? Also, Juan Martinez, I see you in here, but I don't see you in here all the time. My man Scam Chan always in here. I see you in the regular comments talking about typical delay. Hey, man, it is what it is. Be on black people time. All right, so that comment is in there. Okay, so Scam Chan, you are not a mod. I'll mod you for a little bit, man. We'll try it out for like a week. See how it goes. If you are, following the usual scheduled program of, what the podcast is intended for, we'll keep you modded. Let me go ahead and mod you right now. Let's see. Standard moderation, camera review, and okay, got you. Boom. Put you at standard, a standard moderator. So there you go, bro. Congratulations. Congratulations, Scam Chan. You have just been modded. You have just been modded. Okay. All right, man. I see we got a few people joining the stream already. That's backstage. That's good. So before we go ahead and hop into debate night, what I'm going to do is I am going to react to some clips that the members send me. So that's what we're doing first. Let's see. Okay, let's get to this first clip. Let's see. Watch until the end. This looks like an accountability video. Let's see. See how bad it is.
Women, listen to my advice. If you're married and you think you're happily married and your husband starts to cheat on you, he's a piece of shit. And look at him as a piece of shit and get out of it. Get out of that marriage.
Okay, so first she's telling women, if your husband cheats on you, he is a piece of crap. And you need to go ahead and get out of that marriage. So that's what she's telling people. Let's continue on.
I couldn't do that.
She said, I couldn't do that.
Walk away.
Didn't you have an affair early on in the relationship or when you were a stockbroker?
Yeah, but I don't think Andy ever knew about that.
Oh, he just checked her. Didn't you just have an affair that, Andy, never knew that Andy, that you did something with Andy, whatever the freak he said. And then she says, yeah, but I don't think he ever knew about that. She just got caught red-handed. Red-handed.
He did say he knew about it.
He did?
Yes, you would confess to him.
Oh.
He says he didn't stray from the marriage until you told him you had already strayed.
Oh, that's not true.
So... he did know about her cheating on him and having an affair. And he said that he didn't astray from the marriage and have an affair until he found out that she did. And she's saying that's not true. Accountability, my dear. Why are you running away? You just said it in the beginning that if a man cheats, you will leave. And you advise all women to leave.
I don't think.
But what happened? You had an affair?
I had a very brief affair with a very attractive Irish man.
Oh, man. Hey, chat. She says, I had a women are always trying to coddle up their wrongdoings. They'll do something wrong, but they'll double speak. Double speak is a word it's a manipulation tactic. And it's a word to distort the truth. So she says, well, that she really didn't have an affair. She used these coddle words. It's like when Jada Pinkett was on a red table with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett was like, well, Will Smith was confronting her. She was like, well, you mean the entanglement? Right? That's a coddle word. No, you slore. You was getting ran through. You were getting your back bent over, ran through. That's what was happening. Don't try to coddle it. You can't coddle being a whoremonger. You cannot coddle that. So that's the crazy thing. That is the crazy thing. Let's continue this on.
And it was just nothing. There's nothing. In terms of... I would never have broken up a marriage for it. There's nothing. There's nothing.
Okay, she said that her having an affair with a very attractive guy, it's something that I would never had, broken up a marriage for. It was nothing. Once again, she's trying to make light, and this is what women do. Men with very feminine traits do it as well. A lot of human beings do this when they don't want to take accountability. Let's just make it clear. Women do it because they run away from accountability. So since they don't want to really feel any shame, what they'll do is they'll just use all of these coddle terms. Well, it was nothing. It was nothing. It was really nothing to break up over him. You got someone done slid in between your soul gaps, smacked it and flipped it around. In your sacred place. It's the sacred hole. You let someone in there. It was nothing. No, woman. It was something. It was something. Let's see what else there is.
Women.
A lot of dead silence at the end. Okay, that was the end of the clip. Let's see here. What the chat say? Interesting. Look what a woman says. I can't help it. I like her. This is a slur. Whoever this is, slur. Full slur. I can't help it. I like her. I'm sure you do. Because you get your back bent over too. And you cheat on the guys that you with. I'm sure you look at that. She got an 8 head. Shorty look like an alien. I can't help it. I like her. You could already tell she's a feminist, a radical one too. I'm sure she got in her profile, or it's private, but in her profile or somewhere, she got her pronouns in there. She, him, they, or something like that. What else? Okay. Typical. There's nothing. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got a few. Can y'all see the comments? Oh, yeah, I can see some of them while I'm scrolling. Okay. That's funny. Let's get to the next clip. Yeah, man, women, they definitely run away from accountability. It's a natural thing. And you got to think about it. One of the reasons why women run away from accountability so much, and they want to try to, and all human beings, we want to try to, maintain a good image of us. That's just human nature. But from a biological perspective, women know that their value is tied to their sexuality. So they know that one of their main agencies to the opposite sex and to society is their sexual reputation. I repeat, women know one of their main agencies, how society will view them, is their sexual reputation. They have to preserve and try to show, not preserve, but they want to show or put up some type of front of purity. Like, oh yeah, I'm not really out there like that. I mean, nowadays with social media and stuff and the radical feminists, they out there, they'll really show it. But generally, if these women really haven't been indoctrinated by the sexual liberation movement, they're still going to try to show their best self, really not their best self, their fake self, which is to present themselves, put out their representative, let's say. They'll bring their representative out, and their representative is a pure, innocent, nice, beautiful white lady like that woman is. But really, she's a slur. Really, she's a slur. So from a biological perspective, they know, and we all know, that their value to a degree is tied to their sexuality, sex. That's what it's tied to. Okay, let's get to the next clip. Let's see here. Oh, they done sent one of my clips. Okay, this funny. Yeah, so this was a clip that just actually went viral. Chat went viral on. I just posted it yesterday. It went viral, and mostly I probably seen it too, but it went viral on TikTok in just less than 24 hours. Got 2 million views on TikTok. On Facebook, it got 4 million views. Instagram, I think it's probably about to hit like 1 million views now. Yeah, definitely going viral. Crazy viral. I mean, I go viral like every other couple clips that I post. And I don't even be posting a whole lot of clips right now either. I'm sitting on probably like 60 clips to post, but we are doing it strategically. Okay, let's go ahead and play this if anyone didn't see it.
Ever had a beautiful female come up to you and approach you?
Yeah, chicks come up to me all the time, but I know something wrong with them.
So you say something wrong with me? Because I approach men all the time.
You're 39?
39.
Let's just be honest and keep it no fugazi. Your value diminished a lot from when you were 22.
I look better now than I did then.
Pull up Instagram. Look at that picture.
And look at you. You do not look better now. Clip is OD funny. But yeah, man, so this was the last dating podcast show that we did probably about 2 weeks ago. And it was a discussion that we were having. And she was one of the women on a panel that said that she approached men. I said, well, yeah, I'm not surprised you approach men because you need to approach men. You need to approach men because you ain't getting anybody to approach you. And I said it actually the nice way. I'm like, well, let's be honest. Like, you're much different now. Your value diminished from when you were 22 and now you're 39. Like, it definitely diminished. She's like, no, I still look the same. We caught her right on the spot. I was like, go ahead. Ease was like, pull up the IG. We done pulled up that IG. And actually, the picture on IG was from when she was still like 30. So even just 9 years ago. It wasn't even a picture from when she was 22. But you know what? I think this chick is actually coming back on a podcast. She was speaking to the team like she want to come back on. But I mean, we'll have her. Anytime, if we don't kick off a chick, we'll have him back on the show. We don't really mind it. But if you get kicked off, if you want to come back on the show, you got to apologize. Depending on how bad the kickoff. Like, not the chick that threw the drink. No, she's not welcome back. Not the chick that swung, stuff like that. But other chicks I kicked off, if they wanted to, some of them actually hit me up, said that they didn't want to come back, but we wasn't with it. Yeah, I'll start bringing some people up. I see people backstage for debate night. I'll start bringing y'all up after I'm done reacting to these clips. Let's get to the next one. Okay, looks like we got someone in here said, I'm here for the smoke. Okay, that's good. Let me go ahead and message back in the private chat. Okay, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's get to the next clip. And for y'all, chat, do me a favor. Don't be a ninja watcher. Do not be a ninja watcher. Go ahead and do this for me real quick. Go ahead and do that. Like the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and click that bell icon. Okay, let's see here. Next clip.
Oh, excuse me. Yo, I love the three piercings. This shit is so dope. I gotta run.
Yeah.
You are cute as fuck.
Thank you.
Definitely want to take you out on a date. Are you down?
I kind of am talking to somebody right now.
You're kind of talking to someone? Is it like official?
No, it's not official.
So you stopped taking dates though?
No. I mean, I could do a date, I guess.
You guess.
Got her. So he done smoothly approached her like, hey, you look very beautiful, da-da-da. She's like, he said, are you single? She says, I'm kind of talking to someone right now. And he says like, you talking to someone. And she says like, well, I guess I could do a date. Listen, chat, even when you talking to a chick, this is what I'm trying to tell guys, even when you talking to a chick, bruh, guy's gonna hit on her at Target, the gas station, everywhere. And let's just look at it clearly. She's talking to a guy. We making some assumptions, but let's just keep it real. She must be attracted to that guy that is currently speaking to her because she made a full stop and she's giving him attention. And not only that, she's speaking to him back and she's being honest. She's being honest for right now. She didn't want to be honest, but she's being honest. He kind of pressed her a little bit on it. And she's like, well, I guess I could do a date. So let's peel the layer back to this. she's in a situation with a guy, probably, right? Probably in a situation with a guy where, you know, he could either have her in sex zone and he not giving her that much attention. So she feels like, you know, things are still open on her end and she could kind of still date around. But I don't even think it's that. I don't even think it's that. What I truly think it is that she's talking to a guy that she don't really like, right? She's talking to a guy that just got her, like just got her. And he's just maintaining some, you know, sexual level with her where, you know, she lets him clap cheeks. She lets him clap the cheeks on, you know, when she's bored. You get what I'm saying? She's tired of using the vibrator and, you know, she's just like, okay, Billy, I guess you could come over. But on the other hand, like Billy was probably begging and doing the most and she just gave him some pity poon. You don't want to be the guy that gets pity poon because if you are the guy that gets pity poon, your chick that you talking to will get bagged at Target like this dude about to bag her. I'm pretty sure the dude that she says that, well, I'm talking to someone, he's getting pity poon. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
If it's like a hell yeah, if like you're super down and you think it would be worth your time, cool. You think it's worth your time?
Sure.
Oh, it's worth her time. Sure. 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 You think it's worth your time? Sure. Bro, he already clapped cheeks already. Matter of fact, mentally he clapped cheeks. He don't even have to do anything else. He don't even got a text. He could just be like, send location. Actually, he got to send one text. Location, please. He could come over.
You think so? What's your name?
Avery.
Avery? Jewel.
Jewel, nice to meet
Nice to meet you. Let's connect on IG. And the next time someone...
Oh, he got the gram. Yeah, he could have got the number. He could have for sure got the number. He could have got a whole lot more than that the way she was open. But he played it cool, like, you know what I mean? Let's just get the gram. He probably not even attracted to her because she mid, bro. Mid. So he probably just like, whatever. I'm streaming anyway. You know what I mean? This was some content, so let me just get the gram.
Ask you to go on a date, just be like, I'm kind of talking to someone right now. Just tell them what you told me. You got to give him like a hurdle to go over. Is this you?
Okay, that was smooth. At the end, he said, you know, let me get your IG. And you know, by the way, the next time someone approaches you like this, you tell them that you're kind of talking to someone and give them a hard time, actually give them extra hurdles to go through. Because she kind of was trying to give homie a hurdle to step over, but he fully high stepped over that hurdle because it wasn't nothing. She was already feeling the kid. So he ain't really have to do too much. He ain't really got to do too much.
Yep.
You like coffee?
I do.
All right, yeah, we'll grab some coffee sometime. It was great meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Take care, Avery.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was easy work for my dude. Easy work. Okay. Where we at? Okay. Let's see here. Let's play one more clip, and we got someone in here that want to debate. Let's see here. Actually, you know what? He in a private chat talking smack. Let's bring him on up now. We could pause on this. We could get back to some of the reactions. Let's pause on the reactions, man. We got someone in here in a private chat talking smack. Well, let's get him on up. I guess he's going to be the first one to get a spanking. And please don't run. Make sure your audio is good back there. Make sure I see your camera on. Make sure your audio is good. Put your full face in a screen. Let us see you. Make sure the lights is turned on proper. We're going to bring you on up. All right. Without further ado.
Let's get ready to Nice
Welcome to
to
No
know
Fugazi
I'm back home.
Podcast. State your name and where you from.
New York in this building. The only state that fucking matters. Not no New Jersey ass nigga saying no Fugazi because he heard it from a New York nigga.
Okay,
South.
yeah, you just talking crazy
Xadrian,
right now,
Mr.
and you
Artist
look
in this
crazy.
building.
You
Of
look
course.
wild too, bro. You
Of
look
course.
wild. Are you in a
Of
hospital?
course.
What's going on in the back? You
Of
okay? It looked like a
course.
hospital room.
Of course. Run your mouth like a bitch can.
Are you in a
Run your mouth like a bitch can.
So look, real quick, here's
It's
the
one
rules
mic.
because you cussing too
Go
much. So
ahead.
time out, pause. Here's the rules. You just came in here doing too much. It looks like you are in a hospital. I see the water there. This guy is on his last. He's on his deathbed. Like, wait, I gotta call in a no fugazi. I gotta give my last 15 minutes of fame before I die. But let's go through the rules real quick. So 1, no cussing at all. So 0, you can't cuss maybe one cuss word here and there, but it can't be repetitive, bro. We on YouTube. I got you muted right now, but you could hear me. So we on YouTube, no cussing. When I bring you back on, I want you to state exactly what you want to debate about, right? That's right. So first, actually, when you come back on, give me 2 things. Follow the rules. Follow the rules, man. You're on your deathbed, so it's okay. Just follow these rules. State your name again for me when you come back on. You already said you're from New York. That's cool. But state your name again, and then let me know exactly what you want to debate about. And remember, keep cussing. Keep the cuss words down to a minimum.
Oh, I heard
All
you
right.
the first time.
Go ahead. Let's go.
I heard you the first time. Okay, cool.
Name.
Nice to meet you, Fugazi. I'm
Name.
Mr. Artist.
Mr. Artist.
from
Okay,
New
what do
York.
you want to debate about?
I'd like to debate on I think it's 2 episodes back when you had the woke brothers versus this one of these white guys who said if a prophet's a prophet, he needs to write everything down. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to debate on a debate that I've previously had with
But
some Hebrew
before we
Israelites, and I
even
had
go
on
there,
Andrew
no,
Wilson.
no.
Okay, that's
Before
fine. We could do
go
that.
there,
But
we're gonna stay
what?
on tonight's topic because you were reviewing videos, right? You were talking
Okay,
about how
totally fine. Go ahead.
guy had to jump hurdles to talk to the lady. Why are you showing us videos of your type of women, though?
Okay, so that's what you want to debate on?
No.
Me
I
showing
was
you
wondering why you were
videos of
projecting your
that you
own
think my type
insecurities.
of women?
What do you mean? You don't have a white woman by your side who wanders the world, who
So
has
you
niggas
think that a
talking to her,
type of
whispering in
woman?
her ear?
Got it. You think that a type of woman is only based off of color?
Oh,
Don't you think
yeah,
that there's more to
but
women than
but
just
he
the
said,
color of their skin, like the values that they hold, the family that they come from, things
well,
like that, their
if you're gonna try
personality,
and
their
twist my
character,
words into
their
misconstruement,
virtues?
no, there
So
isn't any other type of woman other than a holy woman. That's the only woman that exists on the face of this planet, bro.
got it. So there's not. So you mean to tell me there's no other type of woman than a holy woman? So are you saying that strippers are holy women?
I'm saying the only way to get a woman to corrupt herself enough is by the depravity of man, such as yourself.
Okay. So by the by the decay of man, so that's the only way to get a woman to corrupt themselves. So it sounds like you are familiar with the book.
In a man's world that's ran by men.
Eve corrupt herself? Did a man corrupt Eve?
You know the book. You know what you're making reference to. So continue speaking. Why are you asking me to stop?
I'm asking you a question.
It's a rhetorical question.
That's not rhetorical. Let's see what. So you made a claim. You said, well, the only way a woman can, destroy herself is by the decay of men. Men are the.
The corruption factor, yes.
The puppeteers that corrupt women. So
no.
My question is, there's not any other way.
Corruption factor.
Okay, got it. So you're saying that the only way that a woman can be corrupted is if a man does it. So my question for you.
Trying to exploit a woman, a man will
Got it. So my question for you. So you don't think that women have agency and they can't corrupt themselves or they can't be corrupted by another woman?
One, that woman that is corrupting a woman had to be corrupted by a man first.
Okay. Okay, so you mean to tell me, so
you're telling me
in
the
order for
weaker
a
species
woman,
is the one that's
let me
corrupting
finish.
the stronger one.
Let me finish. So you mean to tell me the only way a woman can be corrupted if it's from a man, whether directly or indirectly?
Men run the world, yes or no?
Got it. So then my question, so that's what you think. Fair enough. So then my question for you is this, and please answer
No.
it.
You see, I asked a question to your question,
No, you
and you
didn't
said
ask a
that's
question
what I
to my
think.
question. You
I
said
men run the world, yes or no?
You didn't say that. You said men run the
What are
world. So
you
pay
talking
attention.
about? I
Pay
didn't just
attention.
say that. I'm
Pay
speaking
attention.
loud
I'm
enough
asking
to
you a
know
question.
yes or no.
Got it. Here's my questions. Paul, stop, because you're making claims. You came in here making claims. So it's up for you to defend the claims that you're making. So stay put, because I have questions for you.
Yeah,
We're going
for
to
a
see
fact.
if
Yes,
you are a
for a
logical
fact.
man.
The
So
men who
another
think they
question
run the
for you.
world
Got
do
it. I
think they
understand
can
that.
corrupt
Stop
any
it, buddy.
woman
Stop
by
it.
the sound of their voice.
Got it.
Such
Stop it.
as
A question
yourself.
for you. So you think that women can't corrupt themselves. They can only be corrupted by a man. My next question for you is, do you think women have agency?
Every human being has free will.
Okay. So that is a contradiction to what you just claimed.
No. Because I can coerce anybody into making a decision if the circumstances are right.
Got it. Okay. So think about this. You just made a claim and you said, well, the only way a woman can be corrupted is if a man corrupts the woman. Then I ask you a question. Do women have agency? So free will, but let's just break it down because I don't really even think if you understand what agency means. So agency is a.
I didn't say agency. I said free will was given to all human beings.
It may encompass what you're saying. So let me break down what agency means, because you said free will, but I think I get what you're saying. But are you saying this? Agency is you have responsibility. If you have responsibility, you must take accountability. If you are responsible for something, for your actions and the things that you do, you must be accountable for your actions and the things that you do. That's
I hear what
agency.
You're saying.
You get
That
what I'm
makes
saying?
sense. Hey, bro, listen.
Okay.
Listen.
So
No.
My next question.
In the conversation. Hold on. Because when you said agency right there.
Okay, go ahead.
Exactly. We're at a standpoint. Stand still. Relax. We don't gotta yell at each other. This is a simple.
No one's yelling. Go ahead.
Night, buddy. So it goes like this.
Go ahead.
If a woman has her own agency, right? In a world that's ran by men, wouldn't it be most lucrative for a man to make her feel like she's alone in that world?
You said that women have agency in a world that's ran by men. Wouldn't it be most lucrative for a man to make the woman feel like she's alone in the world?
Like, if he closes the door and it's only a one-on-one conversation, there's no other people in the room to protect her from the decisions she makes. Between that man's power, his mind, and his control factor, and his fear of influence.
Got it. So I think I see what you're saying, because your question, when you say lucrative, I'm like, lucrative in what way? Okay, I see what you're saying. So you're saying that, well, if a man is with a woman, you gave the example of he's in a room with her, you're pretty much saying that a man can manipulate a woman to pretty much do whatever. That's pretty much what you're saying, I guess?
No. You
okay,
see,
that's not what you're saying. Okay, fair enough.
Said,
go
in
state it again then in another way.
The only thing that exists outside of men are holy women. And the only thing that can corrupt women are the depravity of man.
We got that. We got that part. So the only thing that can corrupt women is the decay of men. Okay, so I made a statement. So let's just walk through it. Your mind is very tangential. It's all over the place. It's scattered. You need to think
No.
linear.
You're a linear thinker, you see? Because you think
I'm a
that
linear
they
thinker,
taught
so
you
listen,
how
stop.
to think properly, you
Got
still
it.
think your
Got it.
thinking is the best way to think.
Okay, well, we're going to see. So here's your claim that you made. Your first claim is that,
Because
well,
exponential growth doesn't have
bro,
to
you're just
linear.
talking. I got it. I'll let you speak, but I'm trying to give you a chance to actually say something that makes sense.
I'm not
So
saying
let me repeat
to
it back.
rebuttal what I'm saying, though.
No,
Like, you have
okay,
yet
listen.
to tell me I'm wrong.
Just pay attention. I muted you just for a quick second. So understand what I'm doing here, because I'm not being disingenuous. You're making claims. The reason why I'm stating them back, because you don't really know how to articulate yourself that well, which is fine. I'm not trying to shame you for it or anything or hold it against you, but I'm still manning your position so you know and the chat know that I understand your position, how you're actually saying it. I repeat, since you have a hard time articulating yourself, I'm still manning your position and repeating it back to get clarity so we can know exactly what you're stating, okay? That's all I'm doing. So then we can have mutual understanding and we can walk through the logic together, all right? So now I'm going to still man your argument again from beginning to where we are currently at, and you tell me if I have it right or if I have it wrong. Because if I have it right, we can continue on and get to the next point. If I have it wrong, you gotta reiterate your position again. Okay? Fair enough. So, your point was the only way women can be corrupt is by the decay of men. So men are the ones that actually make women corrupt. Is that point correct?
Correct.
Correct. Second point, you said that I asked you a question, do women have agency? You said, well, women have free will. I explained agency. You said,
I did
yes.
not say women have free will. I said all human beings were given free will.
If all human beings was given free will, doesn't that mean women have free will?
Don't say it in a way that you want to say it other than the way I said it. Simple.
Okay, got it. But does that mean
say that? I said something other than
got
that.
it. Does that mean that women have free will, though? Yes or no?
If they're a human being, they have free will.
Got it. So yeah, you're just playing semantics here, man. That's what you said. The next claim of what I explained, your next claim and what I've explained, though, I said, okay, do you mean that women have agency? I explained agency with responsibility. They must take accountability. You said, did you say yes to that or no?
At that point, that was when we had our standstill and you muted the mic, bro.
Okay, so answer this question. Should women be accountable for the decisions that they make, yes or no?
Once their decisions can be made separate from any influence of man, yes, they can now be held accountable.
Okay, so my next question for you. If a man is influenced by another man, should he not be held accountable?
That's a weak-minded man. Just like how you can
That's a
influence
weak-minded
your
man.
followers, just like you influence your followers on your page, bro.
Okay, I got you. So that's a weak-minded man.
For knowledge outside of themselves.
Got it, bro. Let's not get off the point. Just stay quiet. Let's walk. I'm asking you questions. Let's go through it.
Stay quiet,
My next question. So your claim was that if a man is influenced by another man, that's a weak-minded man. Now let's go back to women. If a woman is influenced by a man, is that a weak-minded woman? Like, if she's influenced negatively by a man, is that a weak-minded woman?
Look, bro, when a woman is left in nature...
No. Just answer the question. Don't go off.
Left in nature,
listen, bro. Don't go off topic. No. Listen. You got to follow directions because your mind is all over the place, right? It really is. I want you to see that something is wrong with your thinking. And we're going to get to that. I'm going to prove it on live stream today. Something's wrong with your thinking, okay? It's not making any sense. It's contradictions happening all over the place. So your first claim was, well, I asked you, if a woman has responsibility, should she take accountability? You said yes, but that's if she is not around any man. She can only take accountability if no other man influenced her. Okay? Then I asked you about, well, if a man is influenced by another man, should he take accountability? You said, you pretty much say yes because that's a weak-minded man. So you're saying yes, he's weak-minded. Then my question was, well, if a woman is influenced by a man, wouldn't she be weak-minded? You said, no. She was corrupted. So I got another question for you because we're going to try to see if this makes sense. If a woman is
not followers.
Listen, time out, stop. If a woman is
women are meant to follow. If
okay,
they follow,
got it. I got you, buddy. Real quick. We're getting down to your thinking, the way you think, where your knowledge came from, your epistemology here. So listen, if a woman is negatively influenced by another woman, should she take accountability or she shouldn't take accountability? Is she accountable? Yes or no?
You're missing the whole part of the segment where I said if a woman influences another woman negatively, it's because she's exploited by a man first.
I already heard that, Mike.
Okay,
so let's just add on. Let's add on to it. So what
women
I'm saying is,
are meant to follow
got it.
Strong.
Just pay attention with me real quick.
See, now you're not paying
attention. If a woman, no.
You still
if
trying
a woman,
unmute me.
Listen, bro. Listen. If the woman that influenced another woman. So woman A is over here. She influences woman B. But let's just say woman A, hypothetically, she was never influenced by a man. She was never negatively influenced by a man.
In what world are you living in?
Negatively influenced a woman. Is that possible?
You're telling me a woman is never influenced by another nigga, bro. Where?
No.
Where can you find one example in history?
Listen, bro. It's a hypothetical to test your logic. So just answer the question. I want to know your thinking, right? Because you're making these claims. You have to back up the claims that you're making, okay? Your entire claim here is that the destruction of woman is due to the man. Okay? That's your argument. So I'm asking you these questions. You need to be able to clarify yourself. So this is a hypothetical to test your logic. Just please answer it.
You're making hypothetical claims in order to clarify. That means you're hypothetical. That means hypothetically speaking.
You don't know
what you're talking about.
You don't know how to debate, man. You're horrible, bro. Yeah, but
so
just pay attention. I gotta go,
because for a fact, I can't deal with this.
Don't run.
You're telling me right now. You need a hypothetical.
You was talking all that smack. Do not run. We need you to stay.
And you're talking hypothetical.
Listen, my friend.
Talking about real life, and you're talking hypothetical. What are you talking about?
Do not run.
Talking about actual
just
facts.
Answer the hypothetical question. Okay, man. Just answer the hypothetical question, please.
Okay, cool.
If you don't answer the hypothetical question, I gotta kick you off because you just not you're not. It's not going anywhere.
For a second, I hear you.
Okay. The hypothetical is, hypothetically speaking, if woman A was not influenced by any man, and woman A influenced woman B negatively, should woman B take accountability or not take accountability?
Hypothetically speaking, if there was one woman who was able to stay uninfluenced by any man on the face of this planet, woman B should definitely feel accountable for all the decisions she made because she was weak enough to fall for that bullshit.
So you have the mind, my friend, of a simp. A simp. You are a simp. You don't want women to be accountable for anything. You don't believe women have agency. You was raised by your mother. Let me ask you a question. Did you come from a single mother household?
No.
Did you come from? Oh, you didn't come. You had your father in your life.
Yes.
Was your father masculine
Yeah.
and gave good guidance to you?
Yeah, he was the
Oh,
father of
that's a lie. He did not guide you good. No masculine man
One,
would ever strip
not
away
the
accountability
single
from any
mother
human being.
child right here
No
telling me
masculine
my
man
dad was
would
not
not strip
masculine when he grew up.
accountability from
But
any other human being. That is what simps do. Simps stay with women or are around women and they just think that, oh, they're so precious and they're so nice. There's nothing that they can do wrong. The only wrong that they can do had to come from a man. Had to come from a man. So what's your belief? Are you a Hebrew? Let's now speak about your epistemology. Are you a Hebrew Israelite or a Christian? What are you?
First off, why would I ever believe in a religion given
Got
to
it.
me by white
So
slave?
got it. So you don't believe, okay, so you don't believe in any religion given to you. So what do you believe in? Do you believe in God?
God first, us next. It doesn't have to be a religion. It has to be about the relationship you carry with your spiritual being.
Okay, so you're spiritual. Got it. Cool. Wanted to see if you were grounded in any historical epistemology of knowledge, but I guess you're not. You're just randomly making up things out of your head, my friend. This is why you believe that women should not be accountable for anything. You are a simp. This is why your hair looks like the way it looks. You look like a crackhead, bro. You look like a crackhead. You look like freaking Marlon Wayans, bro. You look like this nigga look like this, bro. Stay right here, nigga. Don't go nowhere, nigga. I'm about to roast you now. Don't go anywhere, nigga. You look like Marlon Wayans from Menace to Society. Menace. Don't go anywhere. Menace 2. Now I'm just gonna rank you because you a simp. Menace Society. While juice in the hood. What is it called? Menace to Society. Don't be a menace while drinking juice in the hood. That's what it is. Don't be a menace while drinking juice in the hood. He probably got off stream. Nope, you still right there. Yeah, don't go nowhere, nigga. That's what you look like. Yeah, you about to get this work now. You done came on my stream looking like this nigga. Oh, man. This the roast session. You thought this was a debate. No, nigga, this is a roast session now. You done went into the wrong stream. Homie on his deathbed, too. I should be a little bit nicer, but nope, we about to kill him. We about to really kill him now. We about to really kill him now. Okay, where we at? This what this nigga look like. Hold up, where is that? No, let me share this one. It take a little while, chat, but this is what this nigga look like. Oh man, this nigga look like Marlon Wayans from "Don't Be a Menace While Drinking Juice in the Hood." Oh man, oh man, oh man, it's all bad for homie. It is all bad for homie. It is all bad, bro. That's what you look like. Okay, man. So you're a full simp, and actually, let's just bring you up and have some more fun with you. So
explain how I make you of another man on your mind, like you a nigga who thinks about men all the time. Go ahead.
Right, that's the best you got.
Keep on going. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here to listen to your bitches.
Let me actually be a little more nicer to you. Maybe I was mean, chat. Maybe I was mean. He's on his deathbed, obviously, so let's just give him a chance here.
To the bitch within you.
Okay.
You talk to the masculine nigga you know I am.
Okay. All right. So, are you okay? Did you have a stroke? Did you get into a car accident? Why are you in a hospital?
First
Talk to
off,
us, man. We want to make sure you're good. We want to make sure you're good.
Because you know what? Black don't crack. We got to keep track. Second, let's keep track of how this conversation's going. Because when I
asked you a question. So
nowhere near based in reality.
What you in the hospital for, man?
Went off on a tangent.
Okay, what you in the hospital for? I want to make sure you're good. Obviously, I know your mental isn't good because you're a simp and you think that women should never take accountability. So that's what you just claimed. The women should never be accountable for any bad decisions because it's all men's fault.
I said Men are the root cause of corruption of women. Yes.
That's what that
Saying that's
means.
not
So
true?
therefore, women should not be accountable for the decisions that they make is because a man destroyed her. That's why we walk through the logic, bro. This is what I'm saying.
So you're
Logically
telling
speaking,
me
you know you're caught.
the simple fact that you put a price on what's between women's legs is not the fact that you go after it like it's life or death for you?
What you talking about, man? You pay
What?
for box?
You don't. Oh, nah. Because now on the world we live on, the face of this planet, there aren't girls who get paid to open their legs for niggas, right?
We know that has always been a thing, like since the
Okay,
beginning of time.
cool. Since the
What's
beginning
your
of time,
point? What's
niggas
your
been
point?
trying to drop as much money for the pussy as possible. Trying to corrupt the shit, nigga. What are you talking about?
Okay, so you said that men, well, it's a
Nah,
supply and demand. So I got a
Run it
question
back,
for you.
bro. Run it
It's
back.
okay.
What the
It's
fuck,
okay.
man?
I
Oh,
understand what you're
sorry,
saying. You're
my
saying
bad.
that
My bad.
women are the.
Yeah, cursing. No cursing. My bad.
I got you, man. So it's okay, bro. Let's walk through the logic here because I see you're having trouble thinking, but I'm going to try to help you out.
Nah, it's
You're saying
simple.
since the beginning of time.
Because I'm aware of the fact that niggas.
I got you, man. Listen. Just please listen. You said that since the beginning of time, men have paid for box. There has been prostitution to a degree since the beginning of time. So this is a supply and demand conversation. So I have a question for you now. We're going to see if you can think, right? So women must be the supply because men are paying for it. Is that correct? Women must be the supply. Yes or no?
All I'm saying is, if men run the world like how I know,
Bro. Don't go anywhere. See, look, you make
go
claims, but then you
nowhere.
try to like obfuscate off what we're talking
What you
about.
talking about?
Let's
If
stay
pussy
here.
is the supply that you call the supply, right?
I'm asking, is women the supply? Yes or no?
Bro said their purity, a holy woman, isn't the reason that a man
Okay.
wants to separate
Listen,
himself from
man.
any unholiness.
Answer the question. You're just speaking. I don't know what you're talking about. You said since the beginning of time, which I confirmed, men have been paying for the box. My question to you, this would be a supply and a demand. Let's just make it clear. I want you to think. I'm stripping it down
cool.
so you can
Supply,
think.
demand,
So
right?
are women the supply? Yes or no?
Who's been supplying demand with the pussy?
Stop it. Are women the supply? Yes or no?
Who's been supplying demand with the pussy?
Don't ask a question. Don't answer my question with another question. Just answer the simple question.
Who's been giving the pussy out, nigga?
Okay. So he doesn't. You off it. You about to get off. You get one more chance, okay? One more chance to answer the question. If you don't answer the question, I got to get you off. We having fun so far, right? We having fun so far. You look like this nigga, the nigga from Don't Be a Menace While Drinking Juice in the Hood. But answer the question. Okay, I think he froze up. He did freeze up. Okay, let's get him off of here. He's a clown. But let me just break it down of the claim of what he was just trying to make. It's very dangerous. He's a silly little kid, and he doesn't know how to think. This is why even when you seen, he started to think like, wait, I'm not saying that. He tried to take everything back he said. Well, I'm not saying that women shouldn't take any I'm not saying that women shouldn't take any accountability. No, my friend, that's literally what you just said. If women have agency, they are responsible of something. So that means that they must take accountability. But he said that, well, no. The only way a woman can take accountability if no men are around to influence them. Okay. Then I said, well, if women, hypothetically speaking, if there's no men around, but if a woman is there and she wasn't influenced by a man, he even conceded. He said that, well, yeah, if no men wasn't around, then yes, if a woman did negatively influence another woman, then she would have to take accountability. That other woman wouldn't be accountable. Okay. So this means that your worldview is The only way women should take accountability, well, the only way women should take accountability is if men didn't exist.
No Fugazee.
That's what that nigga thinks. The only way women should take accountability if men didn't exist at all on the face of this planet. This is what you call a simp. Let's speak about simp and what this even means. So simp is a man that he's doing the most for a woman. He's putting out, but the woman isn't reciprocating on her end. And guess what? The simp is okay with that. The simp will take the woman out on multiple dates. He'll do multiple things for her, but he doesn't even expect anything from the woman because it's like, well, you don't have to be accountable. I'll do everything for you. So I'm not even looking for you to reciprocate back love. I'm not even looking for you to reciprocate back, the values, because human beings, men and women, we're not looking for the same thing. Men are the protector and the providers. Women are the nurturers. They submit to the man. They follow the man lead. So we're looking for different things. Attraction is asymmetrical, not symmetrical. But in his worldview, it's simpish. He's not looking for anything from the woman. He would just give the woman the world without the woman giving anything back. He wants all the gold diggers, but he don't even have no gold for these chicks to dig. Homie is super broke. You can already tell that. But let's get back to his last claim. His last claim was, prostitution. I really can't say it on YouTube. Prostitution was, since the beginning of time, it was out. I said it. He said it. We confirmed it. That was true. Yeah, it kind of been around. It was even around in the Bible stories. It was around. So then I asked him a question. I tried to get down to the root of things. So the supply would be women. The demand would be men. Now, we all know in supply and demand, which is the demand of men being horny. Horniness is a biological reaction. It's a physical reaction. It's a neurological reaction. It's a chemical reaction. How men, we have 17 times more testosterone. Men react from a biological standpoint when they see a pretty woman. Oh, they want to approach this girl. They get horny. This is a demand. Guess what? You can't get rid of the demand. You cannot get rid of the demand. This is why I wanted to make a supply and demand conversation, meaning peel back the layer to the evil, nonsensical things that he was saying, because you cannot get rid of the man. You cannot get rid of men, right? You cannot get rid of men having a natural proclivity to view women sexually. The Muslims tried it by putting the hijabs over their women and stuff like that. And they can limit it to a degree, but, we try to do certain things to limit the way how men are so sexual towards women. The thing is, so you can't get rid of that. It's just in our biology, but you can get rid of the supply. Women selling themselves for money, well, that's an action. That's an action. That's an actual action. Like, okay, that's a choice. Niggas don't choose. If you see a pretty joint, we don't actually choose to be horny by her. It's not like a choice that we're making. No, nigga, homie sees some cheeks and something fatty. It's like, oh, snap, a biological reaction to be aroused. Women don't have a biological reaction to sell their booty cheeks on OnlyFans or to strip on a pole or to do some horrific, whorish things. That's a choice that they make. So the supply you can get rid of, but the demand you can't. So when we were having this conversation, I wanted to get down to it and let little buddy know that, guess what? Even though you're right and that, the institution has been around, because I don't want to keep saying the word, but the institution of women selling their bodies and their souls has been around since the beginning of time. The only reason why it's around since the beginning of time is because women make that choice. Women make the choice. Now, we know that there's certain things, let's just put a caveat here. There's always exceptions to the rule. If men actually have the force to take it or to make them as well. So we know that, let's get rid of that part. As far as men taking women's sexuality or physically making them do it, we know that, okay, that's on a man. Come on, bro. We know that a man is physically stronger. You can make her do it and you can take it, if we're being honest. We know that's immoral, though. But we know that since the beginning of time, all men wasn't making every girl or to sell their body. No, women was making that choice themselves. They were making that choice themselves, which means that with all of this, PORN, with all of this OnlyFans stuff, yeah, men are in a business too. Men created the websites, but it's the women that choose to actually go on there and to sell themselves. The supply you can get rid of. The demand, you can't get rid of. God dang, you can't get rid of. You, even in a Bible, when Jesus came back, he was like, listen, even if like you look at a woman with lust, cut your eye out. Gotta cut the dang eye out. You gotta go blind, because it's like it's even Jesus knows. Like that demand, the only way to get rid of that demand is to cut your eyes out. Cut your eyes out, bro. Think about it. If Jesus could have got rid of the demand, he would have just been like, touched every man and took away the lustful desires. But it don't work like that. It don't work like that. We're human beings. Jesus made us to procreate, but to do things in a moral way. You want to act in an immoral way? Well, cut your eye out. God dang, a nigga spitting. Okay. All right, man. That debate was easy. Homie was a dork. Loser. I really wanted to know why he was in a hospital, though. I was curious. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? I know mentally you're all jacked up, but what's physically wrong with you? Like, why are you in a hospital? I wish you would have answered that question. Probably could have got some good takes from it. But anyways, let's go ahead and bring up some more people. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name and where you're from.
Bro. Wes from Columbus, Ohio.
What's going on, West Columbus, Ohio, and what you here to debate about today?
Basically, bro, I watched you for a couple months now. I caught a couple of your live streams. You're very smart, bro. Like, you make a lot of sense with what you're saying. I hate the people you debate with, because just like last old boy, Loke Dog.
Loke Dog.
That's his name, Loke Dog. Like, I said the same thing when you was, man, like, that is just, I get irritated. I get irritated with it because, like, you know, like you say, these people don't know how to have a debate. They don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, like, talk about what they mean. And it's just a lot of crazy rhetoric and stuff. And it gets real irritating. But
it does. My bad, man.
No, you good, bro. I just want to know, though, the reason why I'm hitting you up today is when it comes to, I agree with you on hierarchy, right? When it comes to hierarchy and things, I just don't agree with it when it comes to relationships. Like, I don't think that relationships necessarily need that. I do know that some situations are different. Some people get into relationships for different reasons, financial gain, whatever it may be. But if it's two people that really genuinely care for each other and they feel like they should be in a relationship with each other, I don't think there is a need for a hierarchy. Like, I don't think there should be like a power structure.
Okay. So, you don't think that the hierarchy should, the power structure, you don't think that is needed? I understand your claim. My claim is that it's reality. So the power structure is there regardless. But the feminist movement lied to women and lied to men. So
Agreed.
If you peel back the layer to this, right? So you said that, well, I don't agree with the hierarchy in relationships. If it could be a couple that they get along together, they have a good understanding, and there isn't any need for any power dynamic within that relationship. Right. Now you can think that, but thinking that you will be socially constructing your mind to think something that's not rooted in reality. The reality is that when a woman and a man is in a relationship, it's already a hierarchy because that man is physically stronger. So and you got to think about it, only in modernity do women have the luxury of living in peace how they do. Even men living in peace how we do. Because we men built this infrastructure to protect women and to protect men in a country. So when you think about in a relationship dynamic of the hierarchy, it's a natural order. So we need to appeal to reality. We always need to appeal to reality. If we don't appeal to reality, this is when things get inverted and left is right and up is down, meaning that things is all incorrect. Reasons being is because hypothetically, not even hypothetically speaking, but men are there to protect the woman. That's insurance. So, and protection is the main thing. Providing is good too, but why do you think people always say protect and provide? The protect comes first is because you need to survive. If someone knocks at the door, the man is going to be down there to get the door. If the man doesn't get the door and the woman has to get the door, the woman is going to leave the man. Now that's modernity. Let's just go back to, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago. Well, that's all there. There wasn't we didn't build a safe first world country how we have now. So men actually had to, women actually relied on their man to protect them. So the man that they chose, they relied on their husband to protect them. But now with this society that we built and this infrastructure that's policed and everything, and that was built and secured by men, women don't necessarily have to rely on their man, but they have to rely on a man. So I tell men to live in reality and you freak the a man, you need to be the man.
I get what you're saying.
Grounding. Yeah.
I get what you're saying 1,000%. Like I said, I agree with hierarchy in situations. So if it's like you're a man and you have your lady, of course you're going to want to be the protector because you're stronger. We have the propensity for violence way more than a woman can. We have the ability for violence, I guess you could say, in that situation where you protect it. So like I said, in a lot of situations, I understand the hierarchy. But if it's like day-to-day, situational, like you go home from work, she goes home for work, and then it's like, it seems like you think that there should be like a structure in that. Like, just because, I don't want to say it's like that simple, but she's the woman, so she should handle the womanly duties, and then the man should handle the manly duties if that's the situation you have set up. But what I think is just, I really feel like a lot of it depends on the people, the man and the woman, and the situation they're in and how logically they look at certain situations. So, for example, if I don't like to do something that my girlfriend or wife does like to do, in the basis of our relationship, that's not something that I'm going to look for her to do necessarily because it's a woman thing to do, or she's not looking at things for like a man thing to do. I just feel like it's what you're comfortable with. For example, like laundry. Like my girlfriend, she hates to wash the clothes, and I hate to fold. Like, you know what I'm saying? In my house, I can show you right now, like laundry just in there, wash is clean, but it's not folded. I hate that part.
You're speaking about a compromise. I get what you're saying.
So I'm just saying, when we have relationships, when two people get in a relationship for the right reason, which most people should, I just feel like that compromise should be a lot easier because, number one, you care for that woman and she cares for you. So it's just like, it makes a lot of things just a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? So when you have these conversations with a lot of these women, and it's so irritating because it's the high value man and that whole BS about that. Like when you had that argument with Yada, I think that was his name. Like that was the one that I'm like, okay, this cat really is smart. He don't got to say much to get his point off, but you obliterated Opal. Like it wasn't even close. Like,
I mean, and that was an off day for me too. But I mean, it was a very off day. But even on that off day, man, he was a man that was filled with emotions, and he was just projecting. He would make claims.
Very feminine.
You come from a single mother home, man. You making projections, man. But you the emotional one. You just cried basically in your opening. Like what you talking about? But. Okay, I see what you're making here, Wes. I see what you're stating. And I don't actually disagree with what you're saying. What you're saying is, the man should be able to compromise and a woman should be able to compromise. That's reason. Human beings should be able to reason with one another, right? But what I'm saying is the hierarchy is the man must make the final decision. So if decisions need to be made, it's him that makes the final decision. The thing is with this, masculinity is not folding to the woman's will or letting the woman emotionally manipulate you to get what she wants. That's
what if it's not that deep though? What if it's not that? What if it's something smaller, like to where like it's like a housely decision or something that might be a little bigger to where she has more knowledge. She might have more knowledge to it than I do. So I feel like me as a man, I can't come and use my masculinity and be like, oh, well, I'm the man, so I got to make the decision.
No,
I think the man thing would be
that's
to let
part
her
of
make
being
that
a
decision.
leader. Yeah, like a good leader knows that here's his, a king in the pawns. The king knows well that, the pawn, it could be a smarter pawn out there, or the pawn may know some information that the king doesn't know. So it's like, no, you have to be receptive. And if the pawn is coming up to the king like, hey, this and this, is like, okay, I would take that in consideration. Thank you for that information. And we can use that. We can go forward with that. So it's not saying that the woman doesn't have any say or can't make any decisions, but the king, the man, is the final decision maker. You get what I'm saying? So even like the situation, like you said, was like, well, she may know this information. Well, the fact that she knows it and you know that you don't know it, a good leader would be like, okay, well, let's go with that.
All right, I see the separation there.
A dictator that wants to just dictate things, and in a very disingenuous and a very immoral way. Well, it doesn't matter if he's right or wrong. He just wants to dictate. We're not saying that. Yeah, he just wants to dictate.
Very feminine trait, if you ask me.
Well, yeah, that is a feminine trait. For sure. Because that's like a woman that just wants to get her way, that doesn't want to take any accountability. That would be a feminine trait. And no, I'm not saying that relationship should be a dictatorship. I'm saying that it is a hierarchy, because that's the reality of it. But a man being a good leader, one of the attributes of being a good leader is knowing when to defer sometimes. Like is knowing like, okay, this is what she does and she may have a career in this. Let me get her input. Let's see. Maybe I could use it. Maybe I won't use it. But guess what? The man still should have the final decision. And that final decision could be deferring to what the woman wanted to do. But don't defer to the woman because you're a weak man and because you don't want her to withhold sex from you that day. Yeah.
Like old boy before, right?
Like old boy before. Don't defer to the woman if like you're like, oh well, she's gonna have an attitude and I kind of want to get my dick wet today, so let me just go ahead and let her have her way. No, you are a soy boy and a simp.
Right. So you're right about that. So it's like going into the next statement. Actually, I can re-ask my next question. You had another podcast where you had like, a show where you had the women on there and you were talking about like, should the man tell a woman how to dress when she goes out? Right. Mm-hmm. And that's honestly 50-50 the way, like when it comes to when you ask a lot of people, because I own a barbershop. I'm a barber. So I have these type of conversations all the time.
Barbershop conversations.
It's all types of conversations, bro. No lie. Okay. And so it's like with that, it's like, I think if you pick the right woman, for example, like if you pick the right woman and you decide to be with this woman, I don't think that she was ever going to put you in that said situation. You know what I mean? Like if you out here and you decide to choose and you get with a woman who might have been easy to get, like in that clip that you showed with the white girl getting approached by the dude. Like if that's
she's already talking to someone.
Exactly. Like, when a woman is for the streets or not. Like, and you can honestly, as a man, you can figure that out within just a week, a couple of days, couple of hours sometimes about what type of woman this is. So if you decide as a man to put yourself in that situation just because she might have a fatty, she might be a freak or what, she might look good, then you just got to understand what comes with that. But on the other side, on the woman's standpoint, I don't understand why a woman would necessarily want to put herself in that situation. Like you're going out with your girls and you got your cleavage showing, your ass out, looking scrumptious or whatever it may be, and you putting yourself around in the jungle with the wolves.
Yeah.
And me as a man, us as men, we know how men react, and we know what a man is going to do and what he's going to say. And so that's probably going to end up being jail time for us. You know what I'm saying? Taking us away from our family because we have to protect her, right?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. We agree on this subject for sure. I see you in here, King Ali TV. I'll bring you up next. Just to give an input to this topic about the way the woman dresses. Yeah, I mean, you ever seen a cartoon, How to Train Your Dragon?
My kids did, but I don't think I watched it with them.
Yeah,
I might have watched
you
it
know
a
the
little
cartoon,
bit.
How to Train Your Dragon. Guess what? I'm making a cartoon. It's called How to Train Your Girl. How to Train Your Girl. Because in modernity, these chicks need training. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, and even in that clip, sometimes you can meet a girl, right? And she can she could be dressing, not even be dressing provocative and stuff like that, but she's just influenced by, Instagram, by her friends, and women are very susceptible creatures. So when you understand the biology of the woman and how susceptible you are, you got to train them sometimes. Every girl has to be trained to a degree by a man. That's the part of leading. You need to train that girl. The reason why Eve bit that apple, because Adam ain't trained that hoe. Adam ain't trained that hoe. Adam ain't trained her.
I feel you, bro.
And he was simping. That's why he bit the apple too.
I see what you're saying.
I say all of that to say, yeah, I get what you're saying. And, you can maybe find a needle in a haystack and, this girl would be that girl and she's just has the mindset to, never to just understand that her sexuality is sacred and it's only for her man. Right? But
I found that
girls,
needle. I found that needle in that haystack, and that's my woman now. She's gorgeous,
that's a beautiful,
amazing body, but she does not lead with her sexuality.
That's a beautiful thing, man. But most men need to know they need to live in reality that if your woman actually is doing this and she has a desire to still put herself out there without your approval, then she's for the streets. You get what I'm saying? So there's certain clothing that I allow my woman to wear, but I allow her to wear those things. There's certain things, because we have a TikTok with a whole lot of followers and stuff like that. We get all these brand deals. I look at the money and I'm like, okay, well, yeah, it don't matter. We had deals for OnlyFans, deals for the most provocative clothing and all of that. I shut all that down. Listen, we're going to do these things. But guess what? She just deferred. You look at it, Dave, and let me know, what's best. Because I'm managing it all. You whatever you want, we'll do it. So that's just how it is. That's an understanding. So my woman knows these things too. But the thing is like, at the end of the day, the cartoon is coming out soon. I should write a book too, How to Train Your Girl. Because some of these chicks just need to be trained. Now, you may think that you got that woman, but nah, they're susceptible to a degree. It's a high probability they can be influenced, or you can get lucky, like my man over here, find a needle out of the haystack, and she needs zero training at all. That's good. But most women,
no training, and that's what's crazy. Like,
no, that's
I don't have to. That's what's crazy. No, we got to understand each other, but training, no, I ain't got to do that. Bro.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Yeah. Did I have to train my girl on anything? Definitely some things. Yes, my chick had to been. Most chicks.
See, now the thing is about that.
Most chicks had to been trained on something.
But Cooley, this the thing about
the dressing,
that,
no, I ain't have to train my girl on that. She came from a nuclear family. She know what's up.
Right, but the cool thing about that is too, about the training this aspect is like, when your girl really rock with you, and she's gonna kind of.
It ain't even actually training if she rock with you.
I know what you. Yeah. It's more like she's. I don't want to say conforming because that sounds crazy, but she's just learning what you like, right?
No, let's go back to that word. She conforms.
Yeah, I mean that's basically kind of what it is. It's like she started being a little bit like you and making the situation.
Yeah, she
more
conforms to the man for sure.
Yeah, so I think I see what you're saying with the hierarchy, bro. Like I'm not one that necessarily like get my mind changed a lot, but I think I see where you're coming from with the hierarchy.
Okay, so you like the explanation of the hierarchy?
I like the explanation. That's why I really want to call and find out like why a lot of times you go to that. But I see why now, because it is a natural hierarchy when it comes to men and women. The protecting part is probably first, but yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
Okay, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Good conversation, man. Appreciate the conversation, Wes. I'll go ahead and bring up the next caller, man. Have a blessed one.
All right, man. Be safe, brother.
Peace. Okay. All right, people in here, don't be a ninja watcher, man. Let me go ahead and do this for y'all. Where the likes at, actually? Let me see where the likes at. Before we bring up the next brother, we got to make sure the likes is up. Everybody on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. That's No Fugazee Podcast on YouTube. Come on over to YouTube now. We're going to go ahead and close down a Facebook stream. Let's see. All right. Facebook stream is closed down. Come on over to YouTube right now. Everybody on Facebook. We went ahead and closed that out. All right. And on Facebook, we had 3K on there, man. But no one never comes over from Facebook. We probably get like 100, 200 sometime people that come over from Facebook. All right. Where the likes at? We got... Oh, what, man, get the likes up. 16 likes. Nah, we not going nowhere. We not hopping into any more debates. I'm not bringing up the next caller until y'all get the likes up. Why is the like so low? Oh, it's 82 likes. Yeah, get the likes up. We got 200 something people in here right now. 150 likes. Get it to 150 likes. 150 likes. I'll go ahead and bring up the next person so we can hop into more debate. That should be quick. 150 likes. Let's go. Like the podcast. I'm going to keep playing it, man. Keep playing it. Get the likes up. Subscribe to that YouTube channel too, man. Don't be a ninja watcher. Do not be a ninja watcher. All right, we had 100 likes. 50 more to go. 50 more to go. This is easy. Clip, bro. It's free. You in here. You watching me right now. You doofus. Just click the like button. Doofus. Just click it. It's free. How you gonna... It's free, my dog. Just click it. All right. I was trying to think of an analogy of a like why people don't click the like button. It's like if you walk into a restaurant and you just don't order. No, it's like, that wouldn't be. You go to Rita's. I know some of y'all niggas in here overweight. Y'all eat Rita's and ice cream and, ices and stuff like that. You ever go to Rita's and they give them free samples? Or you ever in a mall and it's like you can get the free sample of something? My nigga, it's free. You always take the free sample of Rita's. You always take the free samples in a mall, in a food court, when the little Chinese people come around like, oh, try this. You know you take the free sample. That's what you do. You take the free sample. So click the like button, bro. It's free. It is free. Let's go. And anyone that wants to join debate night, go ahead and click the link. First link in the YouTube description, or click the link that's pinned in the comments and you can join the stream. We had someone here that I was about to bring in, but he just went out. I think he's coming back in though. But yeah, we're going to bring some more people up once we get to 150 likes. Where we at right now? We had 115. Okay, we had 115 likes. We need... You're still at 117. Come on, let's do it. Let's get it. We need like 32 more likes. Let's do it. It is free. It's the simplest thing. And the reason why I'm not moving on until we get the likes up is because, one, I do a stream. I don't ask for no super chats and anything like that. I take my time out to give y'all some good content, man. Had a crazy caller on earlier and obliterated him in that debate. It wasn't even a debate. It was just an easy win. Homie had a brain of an ant. Homie had a brain of an ant. All right, we had still at 117 likes, bro. Get the likes up. It is free. 221 people in here watching. We can get to 150 likes. It's free, bro. All right, so guess what? Let's get to the super chats real quick. Oh, we got Juan Martinez. Gifted 5 No Fugazi podcast memberships. I appreciate that. Welcome. We got Q Lasers in here. Welcome to the gang, my brother. Welcome to the gang. He joined a membership. We got Napoli sends in $10. The same Martha Stewart that got busted by the feds for obstruction of justice in regards to her insider trading case. No surprise she evades accountability. That's a fact, man. Yeah, she fully evaded that accountability. That was, and anyone that's currently new in the chat, that was the first video that I reacted to. It was a video of Martha Stewart. And I'm going to be honest, bro, I didn't even know who that was. I didn't even know. Now that he just sent in a super chat and told me, bro, I didn't even know who Martha. I didn't even know what she looked like. Barely know what she looked like. God dang, all white old ladies look the same. They all look the same pretty much. Someone's like, Cooley, that's racist. It's called jokes, man. It's called jokes. Okay, where we at with the likes? Okay, 132 likes. 132 likes. We almost there, bro. 150 likes. And we're going to continue on. So we chilling for right now. So we get 150. Listen, bro. It's free. It helps push the content in the algorithm. Like the podcast. Even the haters, bro. Listen, if you hate and you can like it too. Like, if you don't like me, nigga, if you don't like me, don't mean that you don't have to like the podcast. Obviously, you watching it, so it's entertaining. So even though that you hate me, nigga, still like the show, it's going to get pushed in the algorithm. That, which means is for the continuation of the show, so you can continue on hating. Don't you want to continue hating on me? So like the podcast so I can continue putting out content so you can continue hating, nigga. Trying to keep you hating forever. So yeah, even the haters like the content. I'm really not going anywhere until it's 150. Because, I mean, I could end it now if y'all want, but I won't. If it's just, well, how many more we need? All right, we at 135. My nigga, we need 15. We need 15 more likes. 15 more likes? Seriously? We got, it's 15 people in here that didn't like the podcast where you can actually like it now. You can actually like it now, and we'll move forward. Also, anyone in here that wants to join the stream and join debate night, go ahead and click the first link in the YouTube description or click the link in the comments, and I'll bring you on up. All right, let's see here. Scam Chan, I see you in here. You still in here modding? I'm looking at the regular comments right now. Come on, man. We just need a few more likes. Get the likes up. Yo, the hate, Bob. The hate is real. W Stream. I see you in here. Easy win. Yeah, bro, that was mad easy. Okay, where we at? Okay, we did it. We did it. We hit the goal. We hit the goal. We hit the goal. We hit the goal. Shout out to y'all.
No Fugazi. Fugazi.
Shout out to everyone that liked the podcast. We hit the go. We will continue on the show. Okay, let's go. All right. So, anyone that wants to join the stream, go ahead and click the first link in the YouTube description to join the stream. We could debate about anything you want today. It's open debate night. Or anyone that, or you could click the comment. So it's the pinned comment in the chat. You can click that to join the stream. Well, without further ado, let's continue on and let's get to, we got some more clips to react to. Let's see here. We got some more clips to react to. The one guy, he private messaged me, said he went out and came back in, so we're going to wait for him to come back in. Looks like we got another debater. Once he comes back in, we're going to bring him on up. All right, let's see here. I think I'm at this clip. No, this clip. Okay, here we go. SMG Drizzle, I see you just joined. Let's see. SMG, you said you've been fasting for 88 days. This guy been fasting. Hold on, let's see who this is. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name and where you from.
How you doing? It's Brian. I'm from Arizona. I'm trying to get some light. So I just left my truck. I'm trying to get to some light so you can see me. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, that's cool. So tonight is debate night. What you here to debate about?
Actually, nothing. Believe it or not, you're not my enemy. I actually like a lot of things that you talk about, man. So believe it or not, I'm actually on the side of things where people would hate on. I prefer to get my experience, instead of just hearing what people said. So the last 6 women I've dealt with all had children. No negative takeaway from that other than the fact that, sadly, if you do deal with the wrong woman, you happen to deal with the chances that when it comes to you trying to lead, she's not interested. She allows the excuses of the child being in a relationship to be the reason why you will not be prioritized. But that's just more of a personal issue. That's not a every woman kind of thing. The one I want to speak about, though, let me tell you this. I forgot his name. He is... what is his name? I forgot him. He's the guy that tells women if a guy doesn't have 10 or 20 bands, for them not to talk to him. You did a debate with him, and you
talking about Yada.
yeah. Okay, listen. I got some. Okay, so I've always
real quick. Okay, so you said that you dated some single moms and stuff like that. Do you have any kids?
Yeah. No, me no, not at all. I'm 29 years old. No, I'm 29, lots of sex, no kids whatsoever. But I make sure women know that up front. I don't play around. I let them know, hey, listen, I'm interested in speaking to you, but I prefer that we don't have any children. And they say, okay, and that's it.
Okay, fair enough. My man said, I don't got no kids, but I'll be out here clapping. Exactly what I said, chat. Generally speaking, they recreational use only. My homie right here is a byproduct of it. He just using them for recreational use. He just confirmed, like, yeah, I be dating them, but I don't be, I ain't taking them seriously, but I be dating them, but that's about it. Yeah. Recreational use. My man is funny. But real quick, SMG Drizzle sent a private chat. He said, oh, okay. You said you've been fasting for 88 days because that's what Marquette said to Yada. You funny, SMG. Yeah, Marquette, when we did that podcast, he did say the number kept going up. He said, yeah, Yada said that he was fasting for 20 days.
Yeah, that's why he said he was
went
tired.
Up to 30 days.
And then they kept trying to end the podcast early because he was saying he was tired. No disrespect to him. He a dark-skinned short dude like me. No disrespect to him. His thing is, it seems similar to your situation. You and the woman you are currently with, you guys, from what I've heard you say, you guys started from the bottom and you worked up together. She's been there for you the entire time. And it sounds like what he's saying is the woman that he's dealing with is in the same boat, which is okay and everything. But I don't know if he could. And this is what something I want to ask him, and I want to ask you as well. And this was my debate, right?
Yeah.
My debate. I wanted to know if I could speak to him, and I say, "Hey, listen, man to man, do you honestly believe that if you could go ahead and put $40,000 in a bank account, and that is the only money, all the rest of your money, you put that up and lock it up in other accounts,
Yeah.
and you go ahead and you and your wife have to live for an entire 365 days on that only? You can't ask nobody for assistance. She can't go to her homegirl or homeboys or family members to live in a more comfortable situation if the lights were cut out or anything like that. Do you honestly think that you could make it through that year? Because that's what most of us live through, $40,000 or less. And to try to bring a family into that situation, it's not smart, which is why I don't agree with the baby fathers out there, right? They convince the woman to do the sexual deeds. She does it. He's not mature enough to make sure he does not have a child. It happens. Boom. Now she's upset and prefers the man with the money. Okay.
I see what you're saying. So, I mean, there's always many, scenarios that plays into it that can give a different outcome. Just so we can have a structured conversation, because I know you're giving your thoughts and stuff like that, but I'll help you out to formulate it more. And yeah, the one guy that I was about to bring up, he keeps coming in and leaving, but when he comes back in, I'll bring him up. But anyways, so yeah, man, for most of it, I understand what you're saying, and I don't fully disagree with anything that you're saying. But yeah, when a woman has children by, a different relationship, and you meet that woman, if we're just being honest, if the man doesn't have any kids, it wouldn't be in his best interest to take that woman seriously. It just wouldn't be in his best interest. No one, as far as the whole Yada situation, his situation, I don't know if it's similar. It's definitely different. He owned me full simping. Like full simp, bro, full simp. So is not the same. It's totally different. If we being honest, it's not the same. It's totally different. But anyways, man, this conversation is like, okay, it's cool, but it's not really structured. So let's just have you pose a question. Do you have any question for me then on the debate that I had with Yada or on this topic?
Yes. My one question for you would be, knowing how hard you work and everything that you built, would you still say that you prefer respect and the safekeeping of your family without the restrictions that are required to pay the bills? If you could take that as a something to do, would you do that?
Okay, let me see if I understand what you're saying. So, with all the hard work that I put in, you're saying that if I can take away the restrictions of paying the bills, what do you mean by that?
What I'm saying is, if you had to go and survive off of the respect of your woman and the family that you are in a safekeeping with, could you take that and not have to have any bills being paid? Not she pay the bills or you pay the bills, as in just like snap your fingers, no bills need to be paid. You two are just happy for the rest of your life. Could you do that?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I got it. So your question is, could I have a relationship with a woman where I'm not having to have this power dynamic of me paying the bills, really? I could just take it away where no bills need to be paid. It's pretty much, we just can live without any bills. Can I do that? Yeah, I think. Okay. So a relationship is not built on this is why it's protect first. So the conversation that I had with the man prior was he said he didn't really agree with the hierarchy because he doesn't understand. He didn't understand it. So a man is still a man. A man can still be masculine and everything and still do his manly duties and everything, is because the biology is different. Men and women, we are different mentally and physically. So since we are different mentally and physically, money is a social construct, and the value of money is a social construct, right? So since it's socially constructed, the man is still the man without the money. So if you take it away and no bills need to be paid or anything, it's just like you can live and get free food. It's just a free world. That man would still be the man. It's because you know why? He has to protect first. That woman still needs him to protect. Now, let's say hypothetically, if you strip that away, you don't need to protect and provide. Well, now you just living in heaven, my nigga. Because that means that there's no evil people out there to protect the people that you love from. Yeah, you're just living in heaven then. But we live on earth. We live in reality. So protection is first. You need to protect the things and the people that you love. And since we live in reality, women must adhere to that reality. And this is why they must respect the man. They must respect the man. It's something that they must. If they don't respect the man, the only man that will stay with them is a simp, which isn't a real man. You get what I'm saying? So, good question. Is a good question. Any other thing, bro? Before I get to the next caller, man.
I'm just happy I got to talk to you, man. I appreciate it. I'll continue to support
Blessings
watching,
to
and if I get another opportunity to come talk to you on another day, I will. But me being in that truck, there's not much light, and obviously I don't want to disrespect your channel. So keep doing your thing, man.
By the way, what do you? I see that there's trucks. You said that you're in a truck, so you drive trucks for a living.
Yes, sir. I drive trucks, and I also have a dump truck business that I can't get off the ground. I kind of need help with that, whatever. But I don't really know where to go. It's really hard out here. A lot of people if they don't know you, they're like, I don't got nothing to do with you, So I need a little assistance with that. But all I can do is network with these people and try to make the connection.
Okay, fair enough. Well, shout out to you, man, and blessings to all of your endeavors, man. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too, sir.
Peace. All right. Cool. Nice young fella. Came on, had some questions, gave his perspective on stuff. I let him speak, That's cool. I wanted to just hear him out and hear his thinking about certain things, just to get like a fan's perspective. And then he had a question. Which is like a hypothetical question, a unique question. But I wanted to explain to him, which I think I broke it down perfectly. Yeah, man, bro, that's why protection comes first. Protection and providing, nigga. You need to survive. What are you providing if you don't got anything to protect? If nothing that survived is there, what you gonna provide it? What are you providing for? Just yourself? Okay, yeah, you can provide for yourself, but before you even provide for yourself, you gotta protect yourself. It's just the facts. Protection comes first, and women need a man for protection. Protection is insurance. If in case something happens, she yields to her man. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and react to the clip that I was about to bring up. Before I brought up him. Like the podcast. And also, anyone that wants to join the stream, go ahead and click the first link. SMG Drizzle, I see you back here. You just chilling now. I guess you waiting to see if any debates happen, but write me in a private chat if anything, man. All right, let's see what clip this is. This is another clip that a supporter sent in.
I said no. Do you know how often dudes come up to me here?
Excuse me. I was passing by and I could not stand to tell you that you just look beautiful and you have an amazing eyes and it matches with the blonde. Me? No, I've seen you first time. What is your name? McKenna. Danilo, nice to meet you. So, all right, I see you're really busy, so I don't want to bother you.
Oh, yeah, she just has an attitude. Attitude much? Yeah, she has she's not even really looking. She looking down, scrolling. What this means is that she is not attracted to you. That means abort mission. White chick not attracted. If she screamed once, it's over for you, buddy. White chick alert. She's not attracted to you. She's uncomfortable. She's like a Karen. She's like, out of her skin right now and looking down. That means abort mission, bro. You approach a chick like this, you abort. You walk up, oh, she not really giving any eye contact. Nigga, you don't even gotta say bye. You just like she's basically trying to make you invisible, nigga, make her invisible right back. Pew! Nigga, go. Let me stop. Let's finish playing. Hold up.
Anymore? I just wanted to try to make you fall in love with me.
No, I'm good.
You think so? You never know, like, who's your future husband,
Do you know how often dudes come up to me here?
I can say so because you're very beautiful. That might be the reason.
look what she said. Do you know how often dudes come up to me here? Do you know? This is the entitlement that women have. This is that entitlement, bro. So, and I have a viral clip that went super, super viral. It says, the first time you give someone free attention, like women, because women get free attention from men, the first time you get it, you appreciate that free attention. The second time, you anticipate that free attention. The third time, you expect that free attention. By the third time, you are entitled of that free attention. And by the fourth time, you depend on that free attention, right? This is a woman that gets so much free attention from men that she doesn't appreciate it anymore. Now, obviously, she isn't attracted to him, but think about it if it was the first few times that she got attention from a guy. Even if they weren't, even if she wasn't attracted to him, she would still appreciate it. I'll repeat.
Fugazee.
The first few times women get free attention from men, the first few times a woman ever gotten free attention from a man, she would appreciate it. It doesn't matter if the man is attractive or if she's unattracted to the man, she would still appreciate the attention because it's something new. It's something new, right? But she gets so much free attention, and we gotta blame the simps for it. She's a 2, my nigga, way below average. Ugly looking, fugly looking thing. Fugly looking thing. And she has this attitude because she receives so much free attention from him where she can't even appreciate this guy. Let's keep going.
Right? You think so? Okay, but where did you get it from? Your smile.
Oh, you see how she rolled her eyes? She's like, oh my gosh, jerk. Oh my gosh. She did the clueless white girl thing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, bro, if a chick does that, bro, abort mission. He should have been aborted anyway when she was looking down and wasn't even looking at him and not paying him no attention. And then he's just trying too hard. He asked for the Instagram and then he's still complimenting her like, my nigga, this doesn't work. You know what would have worked? If you would have walked up to her and was like, girl, you look like you're having a horrible day. She would have been like, you know what? Even if she's not attracted to you, she would have been like, you know what? Maybe you're right. Or even if she would have said, well, that was rude. Hey, it would have still been better than the vibes that, guess what? Even if she would have been mad, she would have been giving you attention. Even if she would have been mad or didn't like what you said, you look like you're having a bad day. She was like, oh, that was rude. At least she would have looked you in your eyes, nigga.
All right, let's do it like this. I'm just gonna get your Instagram just in case.
No, I said no.
All right. That makes sense. Instagram just in case.
No.
Yeah, bro. No, I said no, bro. This chick is not with it. This chick. Man, chat, man. Listen, fellas, you win some, you lose some. But you live to fight another day. You live to fight another day. This is just a shot that was missed, but homie was trying too hard. Let's get to the next clip. Anyone that wants to join the stream, go ahead and click the first link in the description. Click the first link in the YouTube description or click the link in the comments that's pinned. Let's get to this one. Oh, these are mad like chat. Y'all always send me clips of like freaking guys approaching girls. Y'all gotta send me like, I mean, y'all send new stuff too, but it's always like a lot of them of these approaches, but whatever.
Did you do cardio today? Did you do cardio today?
We're doing it about
Because you've been running through my mind all day. I'm Eric, nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I just thought you were adorable.
Yeah, they was like, bro, that was gay. They're like, with the way she looked at her friend, she was like, oh my gosh, girl, that was so corny. Like women have telekinesis with their girls and they use telekinesis. The telekinesis was, oh my gosh, that was so corny. He's a freaking dork. Oh my gosh. But let's see where this goes.
Eric, nice to meet you. Your name?
Elena.
Elena. ¿Hablas español?
Sí.
¿Sí? ¿De dónde eres?
Venezuela.
Ah, qué chévere. Yo soy boliviano. Somos vecinos. I lived in Caracas actually for a month.
All right, he got all his cool points back because the nigga speaking Spanish. Get your language up, chat. See, he got the cool points up when he started speaking Spanish. He like, oh, he one of my kind. He's my kind.
Yeah, I'm Eric. Nice to meet you. Sorry, I just like your friend a lot. Do you approve of me getting her number?
Okay, so that was pretty trash. Oh, I just like your friend. I like her a lot. See, this is the thing, fellas. This is like you already starting off. This is doing too much because even if you get the number, you already pedestalize her. So now you got the number and you're starting off wrong. So since you already pedestalized her, you got to do a whole lot to link up and to take her out on a date. Like, because you did so much. So therefore, she's already up here and she thinks that, well, I don't really have to text him back fast. I don't really have to, reply back and show too much attention because I know that Kyle is going to text me regardless today. I know that he is. And the reason why she knows this and the reason why she feels this, it's a feeling and she knows it, is because, nigga, look how you started the conversation. I like you a lot already and you don't even know the chick. No, the chick has to work for you to like her. You can say, you decent, fairly attractive, you all right, you know what I mean? But I don't know if I like you yet. Matter of fact, you don't even say, you do the reverse, my nigga. Chat, pay attention.
No Fugazee.
You say this. Well, y'all gonna like this. Well, what's your number so I can see if I like you? Like you say that. That's more masculine. You don't say, well, I like your friend a lot. Like he was like, because I like her a lot. You mind if I get her number? Like, I like your friend a lot. You okay with me giving, her giving you my number, her giving her my number? Well, whatever, you know what I mean. It's late, chat. But yeah, anyways, what he should have said, which would have been more masculine and more cool and more smooth, he should have been like, listen, oh, I see you're her friend? Nice to meet you. You mind if I get her number? Because I want to see if I like her. That's what he should have said. You mind if I get her number? Because I want to see if I like her. Not, you mind if I get her number because I like her a lot. You see the difference between both of the two? One of them pedestalizes the woman. The other one makes it even. So you're in even grounds. So then when you're texting, the woman in her mind, she's thinking, well, I have to put out. I have to show attention back. I have to put my best foot forward to see if this Chad, this guy, to try to get this guy to like me, that approached me. This guy that approached me, I know he likes me to a degree, or he at least finds me attractive, but I got to put my best foot forward to get him to like me. That's what that response does. The other response of, oh, you mind if I get your friend's number because I like her a lot? This pedestalizes the woman. So therefore, she doesn't feel like she has to put out because she knows that you already like her a lot, nigga. That nigga spitting.
No Fugazee.
A nigga is spitting. And this is just free game. This is just free game right here. It's free game. Let's keep going. See if he messes up or not. He already jacked up, but see if he messes up more.
Yeah, I'll get your number. I'll get your Instagram. Okay. Yeah.
Because she said, that means that she really didn't want to give it. You see what I mean, chat? But this could be a lot of things. This could be one of the reasons why she didn't give it because she's just not really that attracted to him. Like, if you basic to a chick, she really not going to give you the number. The best you can get is the Instagram. But if she looking up at you with the googly eyes, oh, dog, you can get the number. She's going to give you the number for sure. So we know from here that she really doesn't find him that attractive. This is why she's like, and then when he was like, well, I'll just get your Instagram. She's like, okay. She would have said, okay, right away when he asked for the number. She would have been like, when he asked, oh, you mind if I get your friend's number? I really like her a lot. She would have been like, okay, yeah, take my number. That's the response of a girl that really likes you. The response of a girl that doesn't like you is, I mean, yeah, nigga, I mean, you got no chance. I mean means you got no chance. That's what I mean. Nigga, you better off. Matter of fact, you should have talked to the ugly friend, because that's the uglier friend here.
I'm sorry,
This
I'm just
the
thinking
uglier
straightforward,
friend.
you know. Here, you put yours.
That's the prettier friend. The key is, if you talking to a chick, you don't go to the pretty chick first. Freak the pretty chick. Matter of fact, make the pretty chick feel like she invisible. You know why, chat? It's psychology behind this. Because you know the pretty chick gets more attention than the ugly chick. So you got to make this competition between the two. So you talk to the ugly chick. So then the pretty chick is like, wow, Brittany's actually getting attention from this guy. So guess what, nigga? That makes the pretty chick fight for your attention. So you talk to the ugly chick, raise her up a little bit, but then you kind of sideline like, listen, boom, boom, boom. Then you talk to the pretty chick, but you still like, you know what I mean? You still playing it cool. The pretty chick is going to be on you. She's going to be like, oh, well, you know, yeah, like, so what do you do? She's going to be asking you questions, my nigga. It's going to be easy for you. Free game. Free game. He got the
What are you doing later? You don't know what are you doing later?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Schoolwork.
You like arepas?
Yeah.
Want to grab arepas sometime?
We'll see.
Also, what did you do today? Leg day? No?
Oh, yeah.
All right,
See,
well,
that
I love
last... I love
I'll text you.
That last... He messed it up, bro. He messed it up at the end where he asked them extra questions. What are you doing today? That was fine. She said, oh, you know, schoolwork. Okay, cool. I'll text you. He should have left it at that. No. He asked, what are you doing today? She said, oh, you know, just schoolwork. And she's walking away. While she's already past him, he asked another question like, oh, well, by the way, what did you do at the gym today? Why are you asking what she did at the gym? Why are you still trying to, nigga, you a female. Only females want to talk that much. Men, we don't talk that much. We're very like quick and clean. We're clean and concise with our conversations with women. Talk less, say less. Less you do, the more. That's how it is. The less you put out, the less you put out, the more you get from the woman. The more you put out, the less you get from the woman. I'll repeat. The less you put out, the more you get from the woman. That's just how it works, man. I don't make the rules, I just report them. This is a fact, though. The more you put out, the less you get in return from the woman, man. All right, let's see who in here. Who want to debate? SMG, I see you in here. You want to talk about the Hebrew Israelites? I got some things I can tell you about and why I don't align with their... Yeah, nah, that's conversations, man. I'm only really looking for debates. Do you believe in evolution? Nah, SMG, I don't believe in no evolution, nigga. You don't either. This guy, funny. SMG, me and you don't really have nothing to debate about. We believe in most of the things. So what happens is when I bring up other people that have that opposes our views, that's when I bring you in so you can battle other people. You get what I'm saying? So you like commentary. Me and commentary, we actually disagree on a few things. But we already had our debates. So now I just bring them into, you know, just like you. Okay, you said I'm hip to it. Okay, bet. I got you. All right, let's get to another clip. We got Issa. Issa, I see you just came up in here. Let me know what you want to debate about, man. Here for the smoke, Cooley. You want some smoke today? All right, I'll bring you up, bro. See if you want some smoke. 1 second. Let me get the... You know what? Where we at in the chat? Maybe I can get the one more clip, then bring you up. Actually, nah. Let's bring you up. Let's get to the smoke. Since you said you with the smoke. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was gonna get to another clip, but might as well bring him on up. Oh, he said he need 5 minutes. He needs some time. So let's get to another clip. All right. Let's bring up this one. Same one? Okay. All right. Let's do this one.
I'm sorry. I know you're not supposed to talk in the library, but I couldn't help but say you were really cute. So I was wondering if I could get your snap or something like that real quick.
No.
You got a boyfriend?
Yeah.
What's his name? It's alright. You don't have to lie. You don't have to lie. I thought you were cute though.
Okay.
What was your name?
Kylie.
Alright, have a good day.
Hey, excuse me. Okay, so that was the smoothest way you can get rejected, chat. He did it the proper way. That's the smoothest way you can get rejected. So he went up to her. He asked her for the Snapchat. Let's play it.
I'm sorry. I know you're not supposed to talk in the library, but I couldn't help but say you were really cute. So
okay, he gave the quick compliment. He didn't overdo it. I can't but help to say that you are really cute. Quick compliment. So can I get your Snapchat?
I was wondering if I could get your snap or something like that real quick.
No.
You got a boyfriend?
She was just not with it. But then he caught her even in the lie.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Because he asked her the name. She like, oh, I'm trying to think of a name.
It's alright. You don't have to lie. You don't have to lie. I thought you were cute though.
Okay.
What was your name?
Kylie.
Alright, have a good day. Hey, excuse me.
That's the perfect way to do it, bro. You get rejected, you do it just like that, nigga. Because at the end of the day, don't be mad at the chick if she rejects you. She's just not into you, bro. Like, think about it. If that was her type, if he was her type and she would have turned around in the chair, she would have gave the number. She ain't have a boyfriend, right? Because she ain't even know the boyfriend's name. So she's fully single. It's not like the setting that was wrong. It's a library. He was a gentleman about it. So yeah, he approached the proper way and he got rejected the proper way as well. And he understood that she's just not that into, oh, you don't even got to lie, baby. It ain't even that serious. But yeah, have a nice day. So good job for him. Finally, someone gets rejected the right way, and don't cry about it. Okay. Let's see. Wait, what?
Ladies, I must say I don't mean to interrupt the conversation, but you look really gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah, are you single?
Yes.
What's your name? Very nice to meet you. I'm from the United States, so I don't know. I'm not familiar with the culture out here. But oh, I'm sorry. You're beautiful. What's your name? I'm here to just get her. Can I get your number?
Yeah, he jacked up. So one is fine. You know, you're gonna approach a woman and she's past her prime. She's an older chick. This is why she's happy to get a compliment, because she don't really get compliments like that, bro. Like when she was younger, she probably would have been a little snobby about it. Like, oh, no, I'm fine. But she's past her prime, so guys don't really approach her like that. So the fact that a guy is approaching her, especially around her friends and stuff, you know, she's a little happy about that. This is why she's all for it. So the first thing that he did wrong, this stuff that he did was fine, but then the first thing he did wrong, he complimented this chick, but then when the other chick came up and he said, hey, what's your name? And she said her name, and then he said, oh, you're really pretty too. So you being choosy, bro. That's what females do. No, you already made your choice. Stick with the choice that you made. Don't give the other friend a compliment too. Now you just look like a nigga that's giving free compliments out, which it diminishes the value of your compliment. I repeat, if you out with a group of chicks, if you compliment one girl, you don't compliment anyone else. It just makes you look like a weak guy. Also, it devalues the impact and the value of the compliment you gave to the girl, because she thinks like, oh, well, he just said that I was cute. Oh, well, she's cute too. Oh, she's cute too. Oh, dag, everyone's cute. God dang. Well, the value is lower. The more that you give, it decreases the value. Get what I'm saying? All right, let's continue on.
I need it. Here.
Okay, he gets the phone out.
Also, I don't think anyone's ever asked my number like this in my life.
What was that?
I don't think anyone's ever approached me and asked me for my number.
Yeah?
See, she just confirmed. I don't think anyone ever in my life approached me like this and asked me for my number. So in this setting, this never happened to her before. And especially since she's past her prime, she's an older chick, she don't really get as much. Now, I mean, the look seems like they're in another country, so who knows? But let's see how this goes.
Well, I'm one of a kind. Well, all of you are beautiful. Shit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All of you.
See, he's doing too much. He did exactly what I told y'all not to do, Chad. He just did exactly what I told y'all not to. He said, oh, well, I'm special then. Well, all of you are beautiful then. 1, 2, 3. So now they all beautiful. Guess what, you dork? You just lost value. Your compliment lost value. Your compliment means nothing now, bro. It means nothing now. It's just like if you get a chick with a very high body count and you smash. It's like think about it. That one chick that let 100 dudes hit it in one day or whatever. The last dude, that was like, it ain't nothing to accomplish. Like, let's just say the first guy was her first. Hypothetically speaking, and that woman that has sex with 100 guys, no, she was already a slower. But hypothetically, let's just add this on. Let's just say the first guy that she let hit that day she was a virgin before, and that first guy hit. He took almost all the value from the chick, almost all. By the 100th guy, the guy that clapped last, bro, he was just like, he doesn't feel like he got anything, but that first dude, he feel like he got it all. The first dude felt like he got it all. The 100th dude, he was just like, man, junk was trash. Baggy, it was loose. Man, I wasn't first, I was last. That's how it is with your compliments. That's how it is with anything you do. Like, even if you think about like how just things in the economy holds value. Well, it holds value when, like a car, for example, the less mileage it has, the more value it holds. The less you compliment, the more value your compliment holds. You get it? So he's just doing too much. Don't be this dork.
I'm so sorry to interrupt your food. Oh, future boyfriend. Oh, you want my real name? Charlie? You're beautiful. Can I kiss your hand? I can't kiss it. Here, I'll come around.
Bro, he want to kiss the hand now?
Around.
Yeah, he's just doing too much.
I love you.
And he said, I love you. He's a cornball.
I'll call you.
That's great. Wait, what's your new name?
I'm Saeed. That's my real name, yeah.
Saeed.
Have you been to the States?
I've been before.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, they from another country. Let's get off this clip. He's a dork. This guy went over there, kissed her hand, said, I love you. Just fully pedestalized the woman. Dork. All right. Clip is this. I know this dude. I follow him. He followed me too. Someone sent me this clip. Let's get a quick reaction. Then we're going to bring up Issa. Have a debate. Before we do that, though, let's get the likes up. Got a lot of people in here right now. All right. Let's get to it.
No other racial group has been a slave on American soil. It's nice to say other people were down and they got up. They were not slaves on American soil.
Wrong. Now let's break bread. First, a little fun fact. Yes, black slaves were the first to be brought to North America, but not in 1619, but in 1526 by the Spanish. And the next slaves to be sent to North America were by the British in 1619, but no, they were not black. They were indeed white. Sir John Popham wanted to get rid of all the daggone vagabonds and what he considered to be the scum of England. So he emptied out the jails and took the vagabonds, the prostitutes, and the homeless, which included a lot of children, by the way, and started sending them to North America to work as forced labor, aka chattel, aka slaves. Then after that, it was on and popping because kidnapping white people and then selling them to slave ships or swindling them and manipulating them onto these slave ships became the name of the game. And among the kidnapped and those who were swindled and hoodwinked and manipulated onto these slave ships during the 16 and 1700s were indeed the English, the Irish, who were called savages, the Scottish, and eventually the Germans. And yes, they were brutalized just like, or actually, should I say, right alongside black slaves. So this is just another swing and a miss for the Marxist false preacher, teacher, and false Christian, MLK Jr.
No
Yeah, he
other
was spitting.
racial
Martin Luther King definitely had Marxist ideology, 100%. But okay. I mean, that's a clip where that's not even a reaction clip. Whoever sent in that clip, that's a clip of someone reacting to another clip. Which what he stated was facts. So not even much to go ahead and give because he already gave it all. All right, let's stop sharing that. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name. Where you from?
Oh, shit. Hey, Cooley, what's up? Issa from Detroit in Denver. What's
Got
good?
it, man. What's going on with you today, man? What you want to debate about?
Man, nothing much. Okay. Last week, or no, it wasn't last week. Last time we talked, you mentioned being a conservative. So I wanted to ask you about your position on marriage. But first of all, can you clarify a couple things? So, okay, would you consider yourself to be red pill?
I mean, it's a broad term. Give me your definition of it, and maybe I'll see if I consider it.
I couldn't tell you. Honestly, no, real talk. And I'm not even playing coy. No, I couldn't define
You
it.
can't define it?
You know? I Yeah, I could.
Okay. Well,
I would just be basically guessing at it. Well, I tell you what, to be honest, you don't even need to answer that.
I
No,
was
the
going to
real
say
question
I could
really is
define
what's
it,
your
but
view
go
on
ahead. You
marriage?
could you could continue. Go ahead. The real question is what?
Okay. It's really just what your view is on marriage. What's your view on marriage? You know, like let's say in the black community, we got this pandemic of fatherless homes, baby mamas, baby daddies, this type of thing. What is your view on marriage? Like what's your message for the so-called black community on the issue of marriage?
Okay. I mean, marriage is a good thing. So the view on marriage is very simple. Currently, the way the laws is set up, there isn't a benefit. It's not really a benefit that a man gets, but the woman is incentivized. So the woman gets all of the benefit when she is married because she can divorce the man and take half, blah, 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 right? She's incentivized to actually divorce the guy. But while also she's able to be in a workforce, have a college degree, and fully go out there and, compete in the marketplace and still have the incentive of taking half and still want a traditional man. So it just doesn't make any sense. So my idea of marriage is without that incentive there. That incentive and be there with women.
A prenup.
Well, you can have a prenup, and if you set up but prenups a prenuptial agreement can still be broken. So back to what I was saying is my ideal of marriage. So when marriage came about, it was, in America where it actually made sense. That was when women weren't in a workforce. So the reason why they put that incentivization there is because, well, they're not working and, they were doing some jobs, but the majority of women, they weren't in college, they wasn't working, they didn't have all of these rights and stuff like the man has now. So of course the incentive makes sense. If the man just wants to leave her, well, it's going to be hard for her to get a job and get an education and stuff like that because that's not the norm. So let's incentivize the woman if marriage and the divorce, well, if the divorce does happen, makes sense. But currently now with women in the workforce, the laws didn't catch up with the societal norms today. So that's the part that I'm against. That's my stance on marriage. Is marriage a good thing for a man and a woman to, be in a committed relationship under a covenant of God, that's a beautiful thing. But you can do that in a church without getting the state involved.
You mean like shacking up, more or less?
No, I just said you can do that
And I asked you
in a
that because-
church without getting the state involved. So meaning that, like, so,
I know. So
marriage
you're saying, like,
itself.
not legally married.
Yeah, well, marriage itself is a covenant between the man, the woman, and God. That's what marriage is. You get what I'm saying? Well, but now.
Yeah, I mean the covenant is recognized by the state.
Now it's being recognized by the
saying-
state, and the state is God. Before the church, well, the state currently is the church, but before the church was the ones that was like, okay, well, really the only way, once you get married is till death do us part, through rich or poor. The only way that we would actually, stamp and let you guys get divorced if it's like a crazy exception where, the man is fully physically abusing a woman and there's proof of that and everything. Then there's like, okay, it isn't safe for the woman to be in a relationship, or it isn't safe for the man to be in a relationship. The church would step in and help mediate things. But currently with the state just incentivizes the woman to divorce the man. And most divorces is for irreconcilable differences. So I think I said that word right. I always say it wrong, but it's for reasons that is just like, oh, well, I feel like I just don't love him anymore. I want to divorce him. But what's your point on it? Go ahead, man. That's my stance.
Okay, so I want to explore that a little deeper, because you say you're a conservative, right? You would agree that conservatives generally take the stance of pro-law, right, being subject to the law of the land. So I'm just curious, I guess, about why certain people, I would say the red pill movement in general, but for now, let's just deal with you. Why certain people claim that they're conservative. They talk about, pro-law, this sort of thing. They talk about, you in particular, right? You
Conservative
talk about
values. So I
being
think that most people say that they hold.
Yeah, marriage is a part of that,
what I'm
though.
saying is you're putting a blanket statement and saying, you say that you are conservative. Conservative is a broad term. When people like myself or I can't speak for other people, but myself, when I say that I have conservative values, there can be I'm not a married man. I'm not married, but there can be some values that I fully don't hold. You get what I'm saying? So I don't
I
fully
think that's
claim
my point, though, right?
certain things and to be like,
That's
okay,
my
the
point.
end all
Okay.
be all to things, for sure.
So Cooley, that actually is my point,
go
right?
ahead.
My point is that you all are conservative selectively, but when it comes to things like marriage, right,
Well,
which
I
really helps us
gave
form
my-
the foundation of our society,
So real quick,
you all
you got to
don't
also add in,
embrace that. Go ahead.
I said on certain things, but I already explained the reason why when it comes to marriage. Now, you can say that this
You
part,
afraid to
no,
get
this part
divorced.
doesn't make sense of what you said. I think the confusion is this. You're saying that people in a red pill space and people like yourself claim that they are conservative, but if you're making an assumption and an assertion, actually. Well, if you are conservative, conservatives follow the law. Well, conservatism is just you conserving, past traditions and past things. You're conserving older values. That's what that is. So you're conserving older values, what your forefathers instilled into the land, into society and stuff like that. So when we're speaking
into the
family structure, when we're speaking about the law, well, people that aren't conservative make laws. So if the laws don't adhere to my values, I won't follow the law. You get what I'm saying? The law was trying to tell me that a boy.
You don't think marriage was made by
Listen,
God?
the law was trying. The
Instituted
law
by
was
God?
trying to. I'll answer that question in a second. The law was trying to tell me that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. You think that I'm gonna just follow
When,
that?
though?
No, man, we're not gonna just follow
No, I'm
everything.
gonna push you.
But go ahead.
Okay, I
What
gotta
was
give you
that
some
first
pushback
question?
on
I'll
it. I don't
answer
want
it.
to
Go
get
ahead.
off the topic, but okay.
Repeat it for me. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, I thought my wife's talking to me.
You
Yeah.
better
So
listen
what I
to
was
your wife,
saying is
man.
that
I know you. I know she run the
the
home. No, I'm
marriage.
messing with you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, marriage is an institution set up by God. Yeah, I think we could agree on
Okay.
that, as believers of the scripture to some extent, So I guess I find it concerning because I feel like, and I think we've even, obviously we've talked about this, right? This epidemic of fatherless homes. This is a major part of the problem in our community, and in order for us to fix our community, we've got to start building strong families. But I guess it disturbs me that those relatively small segments of our community that do espouse conservative ideals, they are remarkably silent when it comes to things like marriage. And I feel like, what's the purpose? What's the purpose of saying you're a conservative if the fundamental thing that we need to get our shit together as a community, you all aren't on board with that?
Because the laws aren't on board with men. The laws only benefit the woman. They incentivize the woman. The law is not a good law in today's time. So the laws need to be updated. So I get what you're saying. It's like, but once again,
I'm going to give you some pushback on the.
So let me just so real quick before you give any pushback, let's be genuine here. What's your take on this? What's your side?
No, I'm absolutely pro marriage.
Got it.
So you know how you hear look, within reason, right? So I don't think people should get married under circumstances in which you're going to end up killing each other and this type of thing. But to me, I find it disturbing that we don't mind screwing each other, we don't mind having multiple kids with each other, but we draw the line at marriage. And I feel like that's a problem spiritually. It's damn sure a problem culturally, and more importantly, it's a problem for the kids and the next generation. Because it's like we're not just screwing them by robbing them of the benefits of having two parents in a home, but we're also teaching them a pattern of broken homes, and they're carrying that on from one generation to
I
the
agree.
next.
So what's your point? I mean, what's the
So
argument?
my point is,
So I think we agree on this stuff.
So the argument is, well, we don't agree because you feel that let's assume, I think it's a big assumption, but let's assume for a moment that the law does favor women. I don't agree with that, but I still say we take the prenup route. Now, it's kind of hard to have an ironclad prenup, but I can tell you this much. Most of the times people go wrong with prenups just because they're trying to do too much, right? You got a guy saying that if they're married for 20 years, and they get a divorce, the wife walks away with nothing. And it's like when you're overly greedy, you create these unconscionable contracts that a court is going to strike down. So what you got to do is just be reasonable with
no,
it.
that
I mean, if your
was.
net worth is a mil,
I mean, what you just said there, you made an assertion. You said you have a guy here saying that if you've been married for 20 years to a woman, the wife walks away with nothing. Who said that?
a bunch of people.
Okay, so yeah,
including my actual clients. I get people who come.
You're speaking in generally from your anecdotal
yeah.
experiences and what you heard. Okay, fair enough. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not speaking from yours. Yeah, no, I'm definitely speaking from my
fair enough,
experience and from facts. Right? It's a fact that a lot of people try to use prenups to prevent their wives from getting anything, and I'm just saying that it actually backfires. So, to me, a prenup should be used to actually determine what you're going to get, not to prevent the other party from getting anything.
Yeah, but the argument to that, the opposite end of that argument is a lot of women use marriage to get everything. You said that a lot of men use prenups so their wife don't get anything from the marriage, but they were getting everything in the marriage. A lot of women use marriage to literally get everything. You got, because we're speaking about extremes. You got Anna Nicole Smith. She done married a nigga on his deathbed, dying, and took his whole bank account.
Those are definitely
those extremes. But then you even have just not even extremes like that, but you have women that we got to understand women. Women prioritize how they feel over what's real, and feelings is they're slaves to their feelings. Feelings come over everything. Feelings supersede everything with these modern day women, especially. So, okay, you're going to incentivize someone that only operates off of feelings. Well, feelings is fleeting. Junk is up and down. So she marries you and says that she loves you one day, and then she divorces you the next day and takes half. So we're going to incentivize those human beings. So think about it. We're going to incentivize the human beings that can't even regulate their emotions.
Yeah, prenup. So again, you got to use the tools that are in front of you. But also, listen, it's also up to the man. The man has responsibility to make wise decisions. Like the same way men get married and we expect our wives to submit, et cetera, et cetera. That's a huge risk on that on their part, right? Because they have to a large extent their well-being, their welfare, the welfare of their kids, the welfare of kids that aren't even born yet. It all depends on how effective we can be as leaders. But it's also trust on our side as well, right? So I think on both sides we have to exercise judgment. We got to exercise wisdom and make sure that we're not just marrying any and
Agreed.
everybody, But in any event, though, the solution the solution wouldn't be not to get married. Like, because to me, I feel like the red pill movement, there's a lot of roasting women and not enough marrying women, and it's disturbing. It's arguably homosexual. It's kind of a bizarre
So
take.
that's
It's
what
like a
I
lot of
maybe
dudes
wanted you to.
bashing women, not
That's
marrying
what I
them, and
wanted you to
advocating them.
define before. What do you define as red pill? Do you define it as men that make content just to bash women?
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll probably struggle to define it exactly. Let me say this. Let's say when a guy like Kevin Samuels was here, there were a lot of women who had issues with what he said. But in my personal opinion, his overarching message was still be realistic about relationships, build families, And I feel like since he's been gone, a vacuum was created. And the vacuum has been filled with passport bros, right? Encouraging our genetics, suicide more or less, and red pill bros who are talking essentially baby mama bullshit, and they're not promoting building families or getting married.
Okay, so we could just be clear about the 3 or 4 biggest red pill content creators that there's been. And I would say the 4 big platforms that's been me, Fresh and Fit, whatever podcast, Just Pearly Things when she was out bringing people on, whatever podcast, we would say that, well, we are the bigger ones, and all of our verbiage, and I never spoke to, I never met any of them or anything like that, but from looking at content and observing things, from my observation, the bigger ones, they do promote marriage. I've heard Myron say many times, nuclear family is the backbone of the society. Men and women should get married. I heard Just Pearly Things say it all the time.
I've never heard that.
You may have never heard it because
promote marriage.
Because in this type of content, we do a whole lot of content with a whole lot of different people, and there's women coming on all the time. So even in myself, one conversation I can have, I could be like, chick, you recreational use only, you for the streets. Ain't nobody gonna want you. That's me speaking about how it is. Me speaking about how it should be. Well, you should have preserved your values so someone would want you, and you can have a family and marriage. So I think that sometimes the conversation can get lost in a red pill space with the newcomers, the fresh airs, these blue pillars come in. They think it's all evil, and we're trying to separate family and children and men and women. But in reality, we're trying to bring them together because we can have 2 types of conversations of how things are. Like, if you're a whore, and you're probably recreational use. That's a fact. So you know nothing else about it. How things should be. Well, you shouldn't be a whore, and you should be with the man that you chose, and da 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 da. So you can have a nuclear family in a good situation. You get what I'm saying? So I think the message gets lost in the how it is and how it should be conversation. Make sense?
Okay, I hear what you're saying. Now, let me ask you this. I feel like leaders lead by example. So let's just say, even if every time I happen to be listening to one of these guys, I'm just missing the part in which they're encouraging brothers to marry. to get wives. Why is it that so few red pillers are actually married themselves? Like you mentioned, for example, you're not married. I get your concerns about the legal aspect, but I feel like if you don't trust her to that extent, where you feel like like it's going to be dangerous to incentivize her, then you need to get a prenup. If you don't want to do that, I just
Yeah,
don't see that
so
as
I
being, I
get
guess,
what
an
you're saying. It's not
excuse
an excuse.
to not
So,
get
and
married.
from myself and how I speak as well, I always say, well, a woman should strive for a marriage or a serious committed relationship, a serious commitment from a man. You need a serious commitment from a man, or marriage. Marriage would be under the confinement of the state and you, but that isn't really recommended. If you want to do it, I still don't tell people not to do it. It's just like, if you want to do it, go ahead. But it's like, would I do it now? I wouldn't do it now. I would get married just under a church. That would still be a thing. Like, I will get married, but it just will be in a church. It wouldn't be in the state. The other thing
Why
is
are
this.
you calling it married then, I guess, if it's not recognized?
But it's
legally?
recognized
Like
by the
marriage is a
church, is
contract.
because that's where marriage came about. Marriage started with the church. It came from God. So I recognize it from the church. I don't recognize it from the state because the state does not adhere to church values. So the thing is this.
But it's under the law of the land, though.
Still, it's under the law of the land. But if the law of the land does not adhere to the church and to the gospel, God's law, then you don't obey that law of the land. You just don't.
God's law is pro-marriage.
But no, it's not a conflicting.
Right?
Real quick, let's make it make sense.
But they don't.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. Right. So if the Bible says, if God says, the church and God says, we recognize marriage within the church due to XYZ values, right? Outside of the church, the state, they hold different XYZ values than the church. Which one would God want you to follow? Would God want you to follow the laws of?
If there's a conflict, you'd follow God's
the
laws,
church.
of
So the
course.
conflict.
In this case, God's law says marriage.
Got it. But the conflict is you incentivize the woman. Ain't nothing there in there.
Let's deal with that. I mean, I completely agree that that's a conflict, but let's imagine it is. Tell me what you mean. Are you saying in that, because you do know that in a lot of cases, first of all, 9 times out of 10, I'm advocating for men. But you got to have some sense of fairness, right? So it's like, okay, throughout the majority of human history, we've been in a situation in which when a man is done with a woman, he can pretty much walk away. So these modern day, or at least relatively modern day protections are in place to kind of make it more balanced. Now, there certainly are countless scenarios in which men end up getting the shorter end of the stick. But I guess the idea, though, that men are completely helpless, I mean, it's just not true. It's not true under the law. It doesn't even align, with your whole view, about men being men, not making excuses. I mean, there are
No,
tools that we
that's not
have
what I'm saying.
at our disposal.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is the fact that it's immoral. I'm going to let you know how it's immoral, because I don't think you don't see the immorality in it. I'll tell you I'll explain the immorality with marriage and the laws currently. Here's the immorality. Here's why it doesn't adhere to the morality of the church. Due to the simple fact, well, first let's speak about the church, right? You get married till death do us part, through rich or poor, under God, under a church, under God over man, man over woman, woman over children. That's it, right? There's no if in case something happens. Now there's extremes. There's always going to be extremes to get a divorce. Like once you're married forever when you get married under the church. It's a spiritual sacrament. It's spiritual. It's not based off this physical world, really. To a degree it is. A divorce can happen, but that the church is going to be the mediator of that and really be the main decision maker of, okay, this is deemed to be worthy of a divorce due to XYZ. And normally it's for the extremes. Like if the man, freaking, is abusing the woman and stuff like that, domestic violence, and it's to a very, very crazy degree. Well, no, this isn't safe for her. She will die if we don't separate them two. So that will be, rules for divorce. Things that aren't rules for divorce would be things like that's in the law. Well, I don't really like him anymore. He doesn't really satisfy my needs. I feel like we don't vibe anymore. Like all of this type of filling behavior, that doesn't adhere with the morality of the church, because marriage is a duty. Marriage is not a filling. You get it? So that marriage is a duty in a church. It's a duty. You have a duty to marry the person. You have a duty to follow. It's a duty. It's not based off of how you feel. It's not based off of how you feel. It's despite how you feel. That's the church. That's the morality of the church. The morality of the state is do how you feel.
Let me ask you a question.
But real quick, do you understand that or no?
Go ahead. I hear what you're saying. I don't think it really addresses the point I'm raising, though. But let me dig a little further.
Fair enough. Real quick, before you dig further, before you dig further, hold that thought. I wanted to reply to the other thing you said. One of the things you said is like, well, if you're not following, you said that you made assertions. You think that a man should be, how did you say it? The man should be this, and then this is why people should follow. How did you say it? What exactly did you say?
I'm not entirely sure what part you mean. I think when I was talking about, I think I said there's risks on both sides.
You were saying that if you're not married, but you want people to get married, shouldn't you be married yourself? That's what you were saying.
Just saying that people learn by, right. We should be teaching by example.
So.
Right, people should be following what you do.
So that's an assertion. That's an assertion. That's an assertion. Well, it's a famous one of an assertion. Well, it's a common assertion to say. Well, people should follow by example, lead by example, and to an extent, I definitely agree. But through my epistemology and what I'm built on, and where my knowledge and my morality is rooted from, is all human beings are flawed. So it's going to be very hard to lead by example. The only one that could do it, the only man that could do it, was Jesus. So the fact,
okay, you're
going to an extreme, but what I'm,
you don't need to be perfect.
But what I'm saying is this. So the fact that that statement, well, lead by example, I don't adhere. I don't actually agree. I don't agree with that statement. Here's the statement that I do agree with, what the philosopher said. A man is a bridge, not a goal. He's a bridge, not a goal. So meaning that, man, I could show you, like I could be a bridge. I could show you the way. I could tell you the way, but a goal, maybe not a goal, because I'm flawed myself. I believe that you can be better than me. You get what I'm saying? So a man is a bridge, not a goal.
Yeah.
So that's.
But those are two different things.
But we can say.
You don't need to be perfect.
The thing is, the assertion is there, leading by example, meaning that you pretty much whatever you are leading in, you have to fully adhere to it, meaning that you have to be perfect to whatever the thing that you're leading in. But what I'm saying is, this is how the human mind takes it. So. My statement, that is true, bro. This is how human beings take it. That is true. My statement is a man is a bridge, not a goal.
You're the first person I've ever heard say something like this.
I mean,
I've never
this
heard
is deep conversation, man.
Leading by examples mean that you have to be perfect. That didn't mean it at all. No, see, listen, there as men, we have to have principles that we live by. One of these principles is when we have kids, we take care of them.
Yeah.
When we have a woman, especially a woman that has given birth to our
Take care
kids,
of
we
them.
take care of her. We
100%.
make a commitment. That commitment, it's not something that's just spiritual. It's an actual contract. It was a contract in scripture. It's a contract now. It's a contract certainly under God, so to speak, but the contract is recognized by the law. So I still see
You
this
making an
situation in
assertion that
which
isn't true, though. We just went
we
through
have a
that, though.
bunch of we have a. Of course, it's true.
I already broke down.
What
I
are you
already
saying
broke
isn't
down
true?
how the morality does not map on perfectly.
No. This is
Okay,
what you
what did I
did.
do? Go ahead.
No, what you're really arguing is
Sure.
that under modern law, if in the event a marriage ends, there are other laws that kind of make it potentially more financially burdensome. All that tells me then is that if you're a man, right, you should be developing in wisdom. You should have common sense. You should be able to read and understand people. All that tells me then is that we need to be careful about who we marry. Now, the other thing that it tells us is that we need to do a
That
better
don't make
job
sense. Okay.
raising future husbands and
Okay.
wives. And the only way we're going to do that is if we actually form fully functioning families with husbands and wives
I
through
get it. I see
marriage.
where the disconnect is between us. I see it. It just made sense to me now. So the disconnect between us is that you don't take into account the biology, the natural proclivities that men and women have, the natural tendencies, how we react to things, how we act to things, our biology. You don't take an account of that. And the thing is, our biology is different. You know what I mean? So like the thing is we have to take an account of biology because then you would create laws around that. Why would we incentivize the person? Now it's an if. Like you mapped it out, you laid it out perfectly well. She could, if she does this, if she does that, if he does that, if we know all of these ifs are in place. What the church does is meaning that if the woman divorces you, if the man cheats on you, you've laid all of that out. So pretty much you're saying that the only reason why someone won't get married is because they're scared, right? That's your stance? Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're saying,
I'm not
right?
saying
You're saying
that.
that women are incentivized.
No.
They can take, you're saying women can take 50%. So
No,
you're afraid
I'm not.
of
No,
getting 50%
that's
taken.
the thing. Afraid. Says this is the same debate that I had with Yada. There's no fair there. Understanding and fair is two separate things. I can understand something, and since I understand it, I would
You
say
prefer another word.
No, it's actually
Okay. You're concerned
no, not
about
concerned. What I'm saying is understand. I actually understand women and certain choices women just shouldn't have. You don't think that there should be choices that women shouldn't have. I think that there's choices that kids
Not ending their marriage wouldn't be one
I
of
think
them.
that there's choices that kids shouldn't have. I think that there's choices that women shouldn't have. I think that there's choices that certain men shouldn't have. I think that because
So are you saying women shouldn't have the choice to end a marriage?
what I'm saying is under the church, that's not there. The church is the mediator. The church decides if they deem whatever the circumstances is, they deem it as, no, you guys, we could work this out. We'll mediate it to work it out. Or, all right, this can't be worked out. It's too extreme. We actually need to separate and it will be a
So a
divorce.
pastor, like for example.
Yeah,
okay,
man.
so in the
But
event,
this
let's just say
pastor, his
hypothetically,
epistemology
woman is
and
getting her
his
ass
guidance
beat.
would be
Let's
by
say-
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can't control that, but yeah, you were saying hopefully it would be, right? But okay, so you're saying, let's say we have a woman.
No,
she's
not
getting her
hopefully.
ass
There's
beat.
actually rules to.
You're saying
Go
that
ahead.
she should not be. But,
Okay, go ahead. You're fine.
If we have a woman, and unfortunately, let's say she's being abused, right? She's a victim of domestic violence on a regular, semi-regular basis or whatever. You're saying that the way you see it, she shouldn't have the option to be able to opt out of that marriage. She should have to go to a pastor, and the pastor should have to decide whether or not she can actually divorce a guy who's beating the hell out of her.
The man shouldn't either. What I'm saying is, currently, right now, men and women don't have a choice to divorce. The state acts as the church and mediates it. The state incentivizes the woman, though, because generally speaking, men make more in relationships. Now, we do know there's a small percentages where Halle Berry, I think that when her husband's divorced her, she actually had to pay out because she was making some more. But yeah, that's an exception to the rule. But what I'm saying is this still rule doesn't adhere with the general senses of things, meaning that men normally make more. Men are the breadwinners in marriage. And since men are the breadwinners, the woman is the incentivization automatically goes to the woman. So currently, the man or the woman really doesn't have you can't get divorced if the courts don't approve of it, if the state doesn't approve of it. The same thing with the church. You
the
can't
state
get
doesn't
divorced,
not approve of
bro. It is. You can't. The same thing with my.
No, no. As someone who literally represents people in divorce, no, that's not true.
The courts
Yeah,
have
no.
to.
Listen,
What I'm saying
there
is the
are
courts
some
have to.
countries. There are some. Yeah. There's a process,
Exactly.
right? But there's no circumstance under which a court looks at a marriage and says, I think y'all should work it out. That just doesn't happen. Like the language you used earlier when you were talking about irreconcilable differences. All you got to do is just throw that language in there. The court doesn't even really dig into the causes. Is really all about asset division. But look, even
Yeah,
when
but
it
that
comes
proves
to
my
taking
point then.
half. If you enter a marriage, even if you enter a marriage and you own $10 million in property, your wife is not. I'll tell you this: the presumption is she gets nothing out of that 10 million. Now, if she's working and you're working, then what you accumulate together that becomes part of the marital estate and subject to division. So it's not like the system itself is fundamentally flawed. Now I think that your approach makes more sense when you're talking about billionaires, maybe 100 millionaires, like that type of thing, maybe even multimillionaires. But for 99% of people, 99.5% of people, it's not really a major concern if you just follow basic common sense rules. Like I'm a huge fan of prenups. It makes no sense to get married without a prenup.
Yeah. So the thing that you're missing is even in the relationships where, average living lifestyle, the man's making $50,000, the woman's making $30,000. They're living average total $80,000. Even that average lifestyle of the average human beings in America, the part that you're missing, man, is the woman. She can still divorce, like you said. She can say irreconcilable, soluble differences, and she can still.
And
both can. But what do we know? The biology of the woman, she's more likely. So if that is true, then women wouldn't initiate 80% of the divorces if what you're saying is true. But we know that.
What do you mean if what I'm saying is true, though?
Okay,
Which part of it?
The part that you said that, the assertion that you're making, you're saying that, the state, you think that it's better in the state and you can get married in the state and, both parties.
I said, okay, I'm not saying it's better in the state. I'm just saying that it's not a marriage unless it's recognized by the state.
Okay. So that could be the difference. So you don't even think that it's better in the state. You're just saying that it's not a marriage unless it's recognized by the state. I agree.
Because we're subject to the law of the land.
No,
it's just a contract. The contract
I agree to this part. I agree to. It may not be recognized. If I get married in a church, me and my woman go to a church tomorrow, we get married and there's no papers being signed, it may not be recognized by the state, but it is recognized by God. That's all I'm saying. And I prioritize that over the state. That's all I'm saying. For myself, at least.
Yeah, but you're creating a competition between two where there need not be.
Oh, it is a competition.
Let
me break down the competition. Maybe I'm not speaking clear enough.
Marriage is a contract.
Maybe I'm not speaking clear enough. So let me state my position again and what I'm pushing forth here, so you can understand my worldview. What I'm saying is, I said it before, but you tried to excuse it. You didn't understand. Currently,
or you want to create marriage. You want to create your own form of marriage.
Not even create. It's already. This is how it's been since, for 2,000 years. This is how marriage's been. What I'm saying is currently, the state is posing like the church. We live in a secular society where it's the separation of church and state. You get what I'm saying? If we just go back a few hundred years, that separation won't be there. It would just be the church. You get what I'm saying? It would just be the church. So currently right now, we live in a secular society where it's the separation of church and state. And the state is posing like the church. So a man and a
I
woman.
mean,
Let
in
me
what
finish though.
country was it
A
only the
man, a
church a
man
few
and a
hundred years
woman,
ago? But
a man and a woman. If they want to get a divorce, it has to be approved by the state, meaning a judge. They have to go to court for it. It has to have approval for the divorce to happen. The same thing as a church. If you wanted to get a divorce, 100 years ago or whatever, you can go to a church and a church would come in and mediate that and would see if it's, a good enough reason to get a divorce. What I'm saying now, that reason. So you got let's just break it down. You got the state and you got the church. Their reasoning for allowing a divorce to happen, for deeming, okay, well, this is worthy of a divorce. Their reasoning for that is different. Their reasoning has two different moralities. I'm saying that I adhere to the reasoning of the church. I do not adhere to the reasoning of the state. You get what I'm saying? We just went through why there's different reasonings. It comes down to the morality of it. It comes down to one of them understands that, they don't incentivize the woman because the woman is not really rational, illogical, only feelings-based creature. So you're not going to give all the incentive there. You get what I'm saying? That's what the state does. The other one lives in more reality.
I guess I just disagree with your take on it.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
so
enough.
it's like I don't agree that marriage was just a matter of the church a few hundred years ago. I don't think that was the case at all. I think that marriage has always been a legally binding contract. That's literally the definition of a marriage. It's an actual contract, and it's legal by nature. Now, yes, there's sort of a theocratic aspect to it in terms of being married under God, but it isn't actually, it's a legally binding contract. And the idea that as a community, we should not be getting married because there's a possibility that our women who make about $2,000 or $3,000 less than us per year on average, that they're going to magically take half of assets that the vast majority of us don't even have to begin with. I don't think it's a serious argument. I think it's an
It's
excuse
not an
for us to
excuse. Let
engage
me
in
ask you a
debauchery.
question.
You use that word a lot, debauchery. So another form of
Okay.
debauchery is not just women twerking, right? There's also men screwing women, making
And
babies,
not taking
and
care of
refusing
them.
to marry them.
And not taking care of them.
Not just not taking care, not taking care of the babies, but also
Marry
not
them. Okay, well
marrying
let's
the
get to the
mothers.
let's
Where's
get
our
to the
dignity and
difference
our
then.
decency?
So if you think that is debauchery, let's get to the difference between a marriage and so you don't even believe that there should be anything spiritual. You just believe in, you should just sign a paper. Secular people shouldn't even
False
get.
dichotomy.
What'd you say?
False dichotomy. What you're doing to try to make it seem like, hey, if you get married, there's then the spiritual aspect of this relationship doesn't matter. That doesn't
No,
even
no,
make
I
sense.
said
No, if
that
anything,
it
the marriage
doesn't
itself
matter.
becomes a
I'm saying
foundation
that
of the spiritual
that's
aspect.
what marriage is. Marriage is something. It's a sacrament, a ceremony between the man, the woman, and the church, God. It's spiritual. So it's
a
the
contract,
reason,
bro,
listen,
a
man,
legal
the reason why it's till death do us part is because we're not appealing to the physical. We're not appealing to materialism. We are appealing to spiritual. That's why it's till death do its part. If it was, let me finish,
that's a
bro.
non sequitur.
If it was to appeal to materialism, well, you can't get me this, I'll divorce you. Oh yeah, if you can't this, the physical, I'm not getting this earthly things. Oh, I'm gonna divorce you. I don't feel right. My physical body, I don't feel like I love you anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna divorce you. This is why in a church,
choose a better wife.
No,
then.
this is why in a church, it's not based off of how you feel. This is why in a church, you barely even get a divorce. This is why in the church, you adhere to the morality of one, you got to think about it, how it was started. Bro, you marry a virgin. For the most part, you marry a virgin. The man and a woman is a virgin. Well, I don't really know about the man. That nigga ain't really have to be a virgin.
Not so much.
But the woman,
Uh-huh.
if we being honest in the Bible, nigga ain't really have to be a virgin.
Contract, though, I think that's the point. I'm not saying it should be material. What I'm saying is that it's an actual contract. It's a legal thing. You know,
In
so
today's time,
it doesn't
it
divorce
does
it from
not
its spiritual
adhere.
significance,
It's just
right?
very simple, bro.
But it's always been a contract,
So
literally from the
here,
beginning. It's
here's the
literally a
thing.
contract.
So the thing is this: you disagree. You've never even conceded to anything yet. Do you concede that there is a difference, the way I explained it, for the reasoning for what the church will deem as worthy for a divorce and what the state would deem as worthy of a divorce? Do you know that there's a difference? Yes or no?
I would say that it's a lot easier to get divorced today than it would have been in
Got it. But
times
even
past.
the
I would absolutely
reasons
agree
to
with
get a divorce, like even the reasons.
that. That's what makes it easier.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
saying
The fact
easier.
is, you don't
Answer
really
the
need
question
at
though,
least.
Issa.
That's
No, I'm
literally
not
what you're
asking
asking me.
that.
You're asking me, is it easier?
I'm not.
Right?
I'm asking
Sorry.
the
Okay. Okay. What are you
reasoning.
asking?
So the reasons for the church to approve a divorce versus the reasons for the state to approve of the divorce. Do you understand that is different? Do you agree to that, or you actually think it's the same?
Okay. I think you're kind of confusing.
No.
things a
Just
little bit.
answer that
So
question real quick.
let's say, for
Issa.
example,
Yes or no? Do you agree that it's the same
what
or
church?
different?
I mean, it's what church are you talking about? I mean, yeah. Listen,
In the
the laws in one country
there's
has different
laws and
reasons.
regulations in the
The
Bible
laws in one
to
country,
adhere
yeah.
to marriage, to what would be deemed as unworthy of a divorce and what will be deemed as worthy of a divorce.
But there are thousands of different churches, hundreds of different countries. So I guess all I'm saying is that there's
Well,
not
we're
really
speaking
a
about America.
standard
You
that
moving a
we see
goalpost off to other
recognized by
countries.
everyone,
There's
right?
different
Yeah.
religions and
So
everything. I thought we were speaking about
yeah,
Christianity
but
and
even
secularism out
even
here.
within American, Cooley, even within America, there are thousands of different denominations under the umbrella of Christianity. Certainly hundreds. So
Even with
what
that,
I'm saying, I think this helps you. What I'm saying is that yeah, it is easier to get a divorce now because basically you don't have to give a reason. But the solution to that problem isn't
Yeah.
to not get married to
God,
a
no
woman.
one said
The
that
solution is to make sure
no
that
one
you're
said that that's the
marrying women of
solution.
that's literally what your
No,
position is. So
man. When
you're
did I ever
saying,
say
hey,
that's the
the reason
solution?
why we're
Listen,
not getting
you're making assertions.
truly
Chat,
this
did I
whole
ever
time,
say that
this
you
whole
shouldn't get
time,
married? That's what you just said.
Cooley.
So what?
So this whole time,
I had
what
this
you're
debate
arguing,
with Yada, and he
what you're
couldn't understand
arguing,
the same thing. I've never said that. Go
okay,
ahead. Issa, go ahead.
but Cooley, I think the reason why you think I'm not understanding because you're not
I'm listening, but go
listening to
ahead.
what I'm saying. Look, what I'm saying is the position that you're taking in is that look, if this was some time in the past where it was a lot more difficult to get married and when I mean to get divorced rather, and when I get divorced, I can make sure that my wife leaves with nothing, then
No, you
maybe it would
making
make sense. But
assertions, Issa. I've never said that.
but under modern standards, they can leave and they can take half. That's been your actual position this entire
That
time.
is
Now,
a
if it
straw
changed, let me
man.
know.
You are straw
What's your
manning
new
my
position?
You're straw manning it.
What is
No,
your
no,
new
no new
position?
position.
What's your
Issa,
position?
that
And
is
then
a lie. That's
I'm gonna tell you
disingenuous.
exactly how
Issa,
I'm saying.
come on. I thought you were better than this, man.
Okay.
I thought you were better. That's very
Tell me,
disingenuous.
and
Okay,
and
Issa.
what you're gonna do is say the exact same thing in
No
different
one's gonna
words.
say the exact same
Say
things
it
in
then.
different words. You just lied, my friend.
Why
No,
aren't you
you just
married, then?
lied. No, you
Why
just
aren't
lied,
you
and now
married?
you're asking a question to move the goalposts. You're
Why aren't you
asking a
married?
question to
I'm asking a
obfuscate
question
off the
so I can
topic.
prove that
No,
you're lying
you are a
when you're
liar. So
trying to
listen,
claim
Issa,
that the reason why
calm
you're
down,
not
and I will
married
let you know my
is because you're
position.
afraid.
And don't try to straw
Go ahead.
man my position. Okay, I'm going to say the
Mm-mm.
position,
You're being
and then
dishonest.
you
But go
still
ahead.
man the position. Don't straw man it. Still man the position, and I'll let you know if you got it right. Because what you're doing now is disingenuous. This is what a
But that
lot of
requires you to be
Democrat
honest,
and like
though.
liberals and feminists do. This is what women do. Women, what they do is they try to move the goalposts and they
You're
try
the
to
one afraid to get
manipulate.
married, though, and
No,
you're
they try to
rejecting conservative
manipulate.
values
You just said
while
you made
pretending to
all of
be a
these false
conservative
claims.
to
So
grift
now
to
I'm going to go
right-wingers.
ahead and state this point here.
But
Listen
let's
up
hear your
real quick.
position.
Listen up. And I shouldn't actually do it. I should actually have you state it until you get it right.
Don't be
Because
afraid.
we can just rewind the tape
Don't
back.
be afraid.
Matter of fact, I'm going to make you look real silly. I'm going to put you on mute and I'm going to go to the stream and I'm going to replay it so you can see in the chat knows that you are a liar. So now let's go ahead and get into
You're
it.
going to
'cause
say the thing.
I have you in here and you come on, but now you're just being disingenuous. So here's what we're going to do. You're just going to look stupid now. We're going to rewind it back and I'm going to play it live so you hear my position. Because what you did was just straw man it. About to make me start having ad hominems, but I was chilling with the ad hominems. But let me just chill, chat. You know what I mean? The funny thing is when I do these streams with chicks, man, I'll be chilling. But with guys, bro, I don't have as many patience with niggas. With niggas, I ain't got that much patience because I know what you doing, nigga. I'm a man. I don't play that. So we gonna go ahead and bring up the stream and rewind it back. Do it live. I had to do this before to a guy and he looked stupid. Guess I gotta do it to you too. All right, let's go ahead and rewind it back. You ain't got to find it. If anyone can find me the timestamp in the chat of when I gave my position, go ahead and find it for me. Help me out here. Scam Chan, any of the other mods in here, help me out so I can find it. Yeah, I be having patience, man. For chicks, I got patience because man, God over man, man over woman, woman over children. So as a parent, you're going to have patience for a kid because a kid is like, you look at them less than. As a woman, you know what I mean? Look, you're not my equal. I look at you less than. I'm going to have a little patience. As a man, no, nigga, I'm not having no patience with you. This is freaking stupid. Oh, someone in here help me find it. Example, the only one that could do it, the only man that could do it. Okay, let's go back. So that marriage is a duty in a church. It's a duty. You have a duty to marry the person. You have a duty to follow. It's a duty. It's not based off of how you feel. It's not based off of how you feel. It's despite how you feel. That's the church. That's the with. Let's give my position and the laws currently. Here's the immorality. Here's why it doesn't adhere to the. Okay, here it goes. I think I'm explaining it in here too. XYZ values, right? Outside of the church, the state, they hold different XYZ values than the church. Which one would God want you to follow? Would God want you to follow the laws of?
If there's a conflict, you'd follow God's
the
laws,
church.
of
So the
course.
conflict.
In this case, God's law says marriage.
Got it. But the conflict is, you incentivize the woman. Ain't nothing there in there.
Let's deal with that. I mean, I completely agree that that's a conflict, but let's imagine it is. Tell me what you mean. Are you saying in that, because you do know that in a lot of cases, first of all, 9 times out of 10.
How do I fast forward on here?
You got to be.
Or let me bring up the speed. Hold up. We gonna really play it back. I got time. Sleep timer. No, where's the speed at? I'm trash at this chat. This the quality. How the freak I mess with the speed? Okay.
You got to have.
Let's go back a little bit.
Let's
just go back to my claim, because he claimed that, well, I said that men shouldn't get married. So let's just disprove his claim of when I said that. No, I said that you can get married by the state. I'm not saying that I don't recommend it, but we're going to go to that part. I'm saying that I would just get married in a church. That's what I would do. 3 or
on their part, right? Because they have to a large extent, their well-being, their welfare, the welfare of their kids, the welfare of kids that aren't even born yet. It all depends on how effective we can be as leaders. But it's also trust on our side as well, right? So I think on both.
I was just looking at the speed. Okay, where was it? Oh, speed. There it goes. Got it. Perfect. 1.5. Actually, let's make it a little faster. In a committed relationship under a covenant of God, that's a beautiful thing. But you can do that in a church without getting the state involved.
You mean like shacking up, more or less?
No, I just said you can do that in a church without. It literally just said it there, right there. Getting the state involved. So meaning that, marriage itself. Yeah, well, marriage itself is a covenant between the man, the woman, and God. That's what marriage is. You get what I'm saying? Well, But now,
Yeah, I mean the covenant is recognized by
but
the
it's
state.
now it's being
So
recognized
you're
by the
saying,
state, and the state is God.
Okay, got it.
Before
Luke
the
himself.
church,
Well,
well, the state currently is the church, but before the church was the
Mm-hmm.
ones that was like, okay, well,
Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, and I already said it there. Okay, Cooley said get married at the church. Okay, no state. Okay, better. Boom, boom, boom. Got it. Okay, yeah, boom. So that's my position. All right, now let's just go ahead and bring him up. We played it here. Let's go ahead and stop it there. Y'all got the proof that he was a liar and everything that he said was a lie. So now we're gonna bring him up again. So now we're gonna see if he can actually. Now you muted real quick, but now. Since we just played it back in your position, what you just stated that I said was a total lie. So now you have to tell the truth. You have to still man my position and tell the truth of what I just said. And what I said was you should be you should. So this is making an ought claim. You ought to be married. You should be married by the church. That's what I stated. Not you shouldn't get married at all. That's what you said that I stated. Also, I said, if I can find it actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and play it again. I'll even find the part where I said more. Let's bring it back to the beginning. Right over here where he asked me to explain my stuff. Let's bring it
your
here.
definition of it, and maybe I'll see if I can consider it.
I couldn't tell you. Honestly, no, real talk. And I'm not even playing coy. No, I couldn't define
You can't define it?
You know? Yeah, I could.
Okay, well,
I'll just be basically guessing at it. Well, I tell you what, to be honest, you don't even need to answer that.
I
No,
was
because
going to say
the real
I
question
could
really is
define it,
what's
but
your
go ahead.
view on
You can continue. Go ahead. The real question is what?
Okay. It's really just what your view is on marriage. What's your view on marriage? You know,
Okay, well, my view is on marriage. This is what he asked me. Now watch me answer.
Fatherless homes, baby mamas, baby daddies, this type of thing. What is your view on marriage? Like, what's your message for the so-called black community on the issue of marriage?
Okay, I mean, marriage is a good thing.
Marriage is a good thing. This dude is a dork and a liar. Played it here live, rewinded it back, and called him in lies. This is why I don't deal with people that are disingenuous. All they do is lie. He's a Democrat, chat, a full radical left-wing Democrat for sure. He has the views and the mindset and the thinking of a liberal white woman. Oh, well, you said this? Nigga, I didn't say that, and guess what? You know I didn't say that. We got to rewind it and play the proof.
The view on marriage is very simple. Currently, the way the laws are set up, there isn't a benefit. It's not really a benefit that a man gets, but the woman is incentivized. So the woman gets all of the benefit when she is married because she can divorce the man and take half, blah, 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 right? She's incentivized to actually divorce the guy. But while also she's able to be in the workforce, have a college degree, and fully go out there and, compete in the marketplace. And still have the incentive of taking half and still want a traditional man. So it just doesn't make any sense. So my idea of marriage is without that incentive there. That incentive will be there with women. Well, you can have a prenup, and if you set up but prenups could still, a prenuptial agreement can still be broken. So back to what I was saying is my ideal of marriage. So when marriage came about, it was, in America where it actually made sense, that was when women weren't in the workforce. So the reason why they put that incentivization there is because, well, they're not working and, they were doing some jobs.
And chat, we're going to let this play for a little bit so you can get it all real quick. Then I'm going to bring them up.
But the majority of women, they weren't in college, they wasn't working. They didn't have all of these rights and stuff like the man has now. So, of course, the incentive makes sense if the man just wants to leave her. Well, it's going to be hard for her to get a job and get an education and stuff like that because that's not the norm. So let's incentivize the woman if marriage and the divorce, if the divorce does happen. Makes sense. But currently now with women in the workforce, the laws didn't catch up with the societal norms today. So that's the part that I'm against.
Got it. Boom.
Marriage. Is marriage a good thing for a man and a woman to be in a committed relationship under a covenant of God? That's a beautiful thing. But you can do that in a church without getting the state involved.
This nigga is a dork, and he said he fully didn't get my position right. Oh man, you gotta listen. I'm not even gonna start the conversation until you actually say that you were wrong. Gotta bring you up, and you gotta apologize. You gotta be like, listen, Cooley, I got you wrong. And you can maybe you just misheard me. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt if maybe you misheard me, and maybe you could even say that like, bro, my bad, I misheard you, or you know what, I got you wrong. But there has to be some type of apology because I bring you up all the time, even when we disagree. I have you in here when we doing these debates, but you got to be genuine right now. So the floor is yours. Go ahead. You're unmuted.
Okay, so you muted me, and I don't know if you think that your audience is stupid or not, but for you to replay a little small clip in which you said
Bro, I played
marriage is
so many
fine, and then you
clips.
go on. There you go
It's a.
again. Like, yo, hold on.
I
You
went
got to
from
let
here. I went there.
both people have to
Okay, go ahead.
talk.
So
Cooley, just control your
no,
emotions,
there's no
bro.
emotions here. There's no
we both have
emotions.
to talk.
So
It
you
absolutely
really
is. No, you
think
do the
that I'm
same thing.
against
You cut
marriage?
people off
Go
when
ahead.
you know you're wrong.
Okay. What did you hear that I was against
You
marriage?
literally played,
Go ahead.
Cooley. You literally played a clip that proved me right. Just
Oh,
because
this
you,
guy.
just because you introed it with the, honestly, dog, are you
Yo,
going to allow me to talk?
Issa, you
Are
have
you
to
going to allow me
be.
to talk?
No, you got to be muted,
You
bro.
put
You
me.
have to be one of the most disingenuous people. You literally. Let's actually go back and play, since I have it up, why this started, because you're about to lie again. So now I gotta go back to why you lied why we here in the first place. Chat. This is what you have to do with these liberal-minded men, because they need to see in 4K that they're lying. So this is what they're going to do. They're always going to try to go back. The nigga wouldn't apologize. People in chats, we got some little haters in the chat, but a lot of people in the chat. He said, kick the liar, kick him out. No, he's not going anywhere. Issa, he comes on the show a lot and stuff like that. It's fine. I'm not going to kick him off the stream. There's no bad blood here, like real bad blood. It's just that we got to point out the hypocrisy. Okay, so let's go back to how this all even started. Okay, let's go here. So here's what we're going to do. You're just going to look stupid now.
Look, what I'm saying is, the position that you're taking is that, look, if this was some time in the past where it was a lot more difficult to get married, and when I need to get divorced, rather, and when I get divorced, I can make sure that my wife leaves with nothing.
No,
then maybe
you're making assertions.
But under modern standards, they can leave and they can take half. That's been your actual position this entire time.
That is a straw man. You are straw manning my position. You're straw manning. No new position. That is a lie. Okay, let's hear more of what he thought my position was.
Hundreds of different countries. So I guess all I'm saying is that there's not.
We're speaking about America. You're moving the goalposts to other countries. There's different religions and everything. I thought we were speaking about Christianity and secularism.
Even within America,
slow it down.
Even within America, there are thousands of different denominations under the umbrella of Christianity. Certainly hundreds. So
even
what I'm saying, I think this helps you. What I'm saying is that it is easier to get a divorce now, because basically you don't have to give a reason. But the solution to that problem isn't to not get married.
Okay, so look, he thought that the solution to the problem is not to get married. That's the assertion that he's making. That's the claim that he's making, which I've never said. We're going to play more.
The solution is to make sure
no
that
one said that that's the solution.
That's literally what your position is.
Man, when did I ever say that's the solution? Listen, you're making assertions. Chat, did I ever say that you shouldn't get married? That's what you just said.
Cooley.
So what?
This whole time,
I had
what
this
you're
debate
arguing,
with Yada, and he couldn't understand the same thing. I've never said that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cooley, I think the reason why you think and understand is
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Look, what I'm saying is, the position that you're taking in is that, look, if this was some time in the past where it was a lot more difficult to get married, and when I need to get divorced, rather, and when I get divorced, I can make sure that my wife leaves with nothing.
No,
then maybe
you're making assertions.
But
under
modern standards, they can leave and they can take half. That's been your actual position this entire
time. That is a straw man. You are straw manning my position. You're straw manning it. No new position. That is a lie. That's disingenuous. Okay, so come on. I thought you were better than this, man. I thought you were better. That's very disingenuous. Okay, no. Listen, y'all just hearing it here in 4K. Him just going around in circles. He straw mans the position and pretty much insinuates that I'm saying the solution is for men not to get married. And he's saying that I'm saying it because the only reason why he's saying, let me go ahead and put this up too. The only reason why he's saying that, the only reason why he's making the assertion of me insinuating that people shouldn't get married, because he disagrees with me. That's the only reason why. He thinks that this is how liberals are. Like, you have to agree with their ideology, or you're just like, you're a bad person. Like, you have no solutions. You're just a bad person. No, my ideology is just different from yours. It's an ideology appeals to the state. And he said he's a religious man. Well, if the church values is different from the state values, but you're a conservative man, because this entire debate, he was talking about conservatism and stuff like that. But this is about conservative values and godly values, biblical values. Then why would you adhere to the state and not the church? He doesn't get that. And so he's making the assertion that, well, you're against marriage because you're against the state.
That's his claim. Cooley, you're against marriage because you're against the state. No. I'd never even said that. I'd never even not told anyone to not get married by the state. I said, you could go ahead, get a prenup, that'll help out, but I wouldn't. That's not anything I would do. I even said this in a Yada debate. It's men like him and like Yada that got this like feminine, like warped view of like male and female intersexual dynamics. They can't understand things. They just can't grasp it. Like you can't he couldn't even grasp that the reasoning was different. That, well, the reasons that a church would approve a divorce is different than the reasons that the state would approve a divorce. He didn't even understand that. What he used was, well, it'd be easier, of course, because there's less reasons. No, nigga, I didn't say it's less reasons. I wanted to almost say the F word. Get me canceled off of YouTube. That ends in a whatever. I'm not speaking about easier reasons. I'm speaking about there's different reasons, my nigga. There's different reasons. What the freak? All right. I just went through this. I'm not going through it again. Issa, man, I'll bring you back up for a second, and you gotta concede here, bro, that you lied. If you don't concede, then I'll just move on. We got Spin City in here. I'll bring him up, because then it's just a disingenuous conversation. I just went ahead and replayed the whole thing. Go ahead, bro. You unmuted.
Okay. All right. So you got your lies off. Now listen. What you're saying, when you take the position
Bro,
that you
Issa,
don't agree with marriage, oh, there we
this
go
is
again.
crazy.
Are you gonna let me talk, or is your vagina throbbing too much?
So now I didn't make any ad hominem on you, bro.
Yeah.
I tried to stay away from it.
I really don't
so
care.
now
But
you
I'm
want the
asking, are you gonna let me
ad hominems. Now
talk
you
or
want the
not?
ad hominems.
Are you gonna let
Only
me talk? You're gonna
if
put me
you
on mute
don't
again like a
lie.
little
We just
bitch.
played it live in 4K, bro.
Here we go. Are you done?
We
Are
played
you
live.
done?
Do you apologize for lying? Yes or no?
Are you done?
Are you gonna apologize for lying, bro?
Are you done? Are you done? Listen, I get it. You are
No,
insecure intellectually, so you
this is
use a
another
mute
one.
button
It's not a mute button.
because
It's
you lack
someone
the
that's
balls to
lying.
debate
It's not a
people
debate.
like a
Okay,
man.
so real quick, we'll
You
do
lack
this.
the balls to debate the
I mean, we could
princess
do this
chick
in person.
like a
It's a
man.
fly out here. It ain't gonna be no mute
You
button.
can get four times.
It
You
ain't
can
gonna be
get
no. The
four
only mute
times the
button is
amount of
gonna
time
be
that I get to
these.
speak.
That's gonna be the boop boop. That's
Dog,
gonna be the only mute button.
you
That's
have
the
never
only way I'm
been in a
shutting someone
fight
up. This
in
guy
your
said I've
life.
never been into a fight. Issa, you
You've
don't know
never
me,
been in
bro.
a fight
You
in
don't
life.
know me at
But
all. But okay, so
more
listen.
to the point.
I'll give the
I know
floor
a
to you
sucker
real
when I see
quick, but
one.
let me just
look,
lay it out.
more to the
I'll
point,
give the
though.
floor to you. Give me
Hold
1
on,
second. I'll
you
give the
just-
floor to you.
You've
Nah,
been
I'll
laying
give
it
the
out
floor
for
to you.
20
No,
minutes,
it's very simple. It's very simple.
muting me,
I don't want you to
replaying
obfuscate off of it.
bullshit.
Got it. So I'm going to lay it
Am I
out.
gonna get an opportunity to
Great.
speak or
You're
not,
gonna get the
dog? 'Cause
opportunity. I know you got a lot of stuff to do.
Like seriously,
That's
yeah,
good. That's good.
Okay.
So look, I muted you. I'm gonna lay it out with a question. Once you answer the question, then you can say whatever you want afterwards. Okay? A question. Once you answer that question, you can say whatever you want afterwards. Got it? So the first question is going to be: did you lie or didn't you lie? Did you lie or did you not lie? Answer that question. And what we're speaking about, the lie, is you said that. I said that, well, there's no solution, that I am actually telling men to get a divorce. That's what you said. I am actually telling men, I'm sorry, not telling men to get a divorce. I am actually telling men to not get married. That's your claim. We just played it back and we saying that I did not tell men that. Got it. So now the question to you is, did you lie or didn't you lie? And then I'll let you say whatever you want. Go ahead. Floor is yours.
You lied.
Keep
you
going.
lied and you're trying to
Go ahead.
deceive your audience. Okay, now, can I explain?
Sure. Tell me how I lied and they just seen it live. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to tell you. Okay, now what your position is that you believe you are okay with a form of marriage that's not actually marriage. You don't want marriage that's legally binding under the law. If it's not legally binding, it is not marriage, nigga. Do you understand that? So that's why I'm saying you are anti-marriage, because you are against the form of marriage that we have in society.
When did I say that?
Of course, if you can
Got
tailor
it.
make
When did
a
I say
marriage,
that, Issa?
Of course, if you can tailor make the marriage such
That's
that
fine.
women can't
Now
choose.
you just made an
Remember this?
assertion, but
Okay, good.
explain your
Can you
assertion. When
exercise
did
the
I say that and
discipline
how I said
to
it?
allow
Repeat
the
back.
person you are
Okay, I got it.
talking to?
Repeat back
Can you
what I said.
allow me a few
Issa,
seconds to
repeat.
respond? I mean, dude,
I got
you
it.
can't
No,
be
but
this
because
emotional.
no one is emotional.
It's
Bro, you're
crazy.
making Issa, bro. You're making weird claims, bro. You are a male feminist right now, bro. You look silly up here. You made an assertion. You said that you're making these assertions, but not explaining. You're not making any argument. You're just speaking. You said that you're telling men not to get married. That's what you're telling them. And I'm saying how. Explain how I'm telling men. But then how you just explained how you said, well, if they don't get married by the state, then you're telling men it is not a marriage. What are you saying? I never said that. That's a lie. I said that again. If we play the clip again, no one ever said, the words never came out of my mouth. Do not get married. You want to know what the words that came out of my mouth? I actually got to repeat myself, and you already heard it. Marriage is a good thing. Would I get married by the state currently today? No, I'll get married by a church. If someone else gets married by the state, sure, go ahead. Do what you want to do. I would recommend that you get a prenup. That's my recommendation, and a strong one. But even if you get a prenup, the prenup can still be broken and she can still take bread. That's my claim. So within all of this, where did you get that Cooley says that don't get married? It doesn't even make any sense, bro. I've said in the beginning, you heard it. Marriage is a good thing. What else more should I say, Issa? So are you going to continue to lie or not? You're unmuted, bro. Got to go through this again. And this is silly too, man.
How much time do I have to speak? And so far,
get him up out of there, bro. It's just waste of time. I've been streaming for 3 hours, man. Pointless to stream. Get him up out of there. Homie, I've rewinded it back. I literally gave him enough time. Enough time. He got enough and he looked bad. Homie looked bad. He couldn't substantiate his claims. He's just making a claim but not explaining how I said it's not marriage, how I said not to get married. He just makes a claim on top of it. So let me explain to the chat how this manipulation tactic works. Let me explain to y'all. Cooley says you shouldn't get married. Got it. Well, and his claim is a claim on top of one. So the claim is Cooley says he shouldn't get married. Instead of explaining, he just makes another claim. He says that no. So Cooley says not to get married. That's a claim. Then his claim is if it isn't by the state, then it isn't marriage.
No Fugazee.
Two claims on top of one another. It isn't even an argument. He's not even making an argument. Chat, he isn't even making an argument. Cooley says not to get married. Claim one. Next claim. If it's not a marriage if it's not by the state. That's a claim, nigga. We was just arguing that and you lost. We just argued the freaking marriage thing and you lost. We just went through the differences of marriage being sanctified under a church or under a state. We just went through that. There's different reasons for divorces, and one incentivizes the woman and one doesn't incentivize the man. We just went through it all, and he couldn't even explain anything. What he did was make claims. He had no argument. I put forth an argument to his claim. His argument to my claim got refuted. He kept obfuscate off it. I said, bro, and he couldn't answer any questions. I said, okay, Issa, do you understand that there's different reasons for the church to divorce, to approve a divorce, and for the state to approve a divorce? Do you not understand that's different reasons? Here's what the liberal white woman mind does. Well, I know that it's easier to get a divorce by the state. I know that it would be easier. There's not as many reasons. That was his answer, bro. That is not an answer. That's a claim that has to be debunked.
Like that's a claim. That's a claim to something else. That isn't like an answer to my question. That's a pretty much no. I'm sorry. That's a different argument. That right there was a different argument. It isn't an answer to my question because he knows that would kill his entire thing. The reasons for divorce to be authorized in a church and the reasons for a divorce to be authorized in a state are different. It's not saying that it's easier or one could be done faster. That isn't the question. The reasons behind it. In the freaking state, the reasons is based off of irreconcilable differences. It's based off how you feel. They'll go ahead and prove it. And he admitted to that. Well, that's why that's immoral. And that's why I don't follow that. Because that doesn't adhere to the biblical marriage, the covenant between, marriage. Anyone in the chat, if you don't understand that, nigga, prior to, religion and stuff like that, niggas wasn't getting married. There wasn't no monogamy or anything like that. Homies had multiple wives. It wasn't like marriage like that, right? It wasn't marriage like that through a church. Like it was just polygamy, polygyny, all of that type of stuff that was going on. When a church was established, they was like, no, nigga, we need this law under God, monogamy, man, woman. You adhere to these laws and these regulations and this morality. You don't adhere to that other foolish stuff you adhered to before. It was much different, bro. This dude is a dork and he lost the debate because manipulation tactics, bro. Full manipulation tactics. Let's get to the chat. See what the chat's saying. Let's get to the chat, man. We got Michael Walters sends in $5. Past mistakes are meant to guide you, not define you. Keep it up, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate the support, man. All right, let's go to the regular chats real quick. I'm going to go ahead and put a poll up here. Put a poll up here for y'all. Get the regular chat involved. Get the regular chat involved. How the freak do I put a poll up on? Oh, I got to do it on a computer. Let's put a poll up. The poll is going to be like, did it's a lie? That's the poll. I want to get y'all to answer this poll. This nigga, gaslighting tactic, a liberal white woman gaslighting tactic. Come on, bro. No one said that. You're being disingenuous. And here's the thing. When someone is being disingenuous, you can't even allow them to speak because they're going to probably manipulate some people in the audience. Like, bro, you're just you're lying right now. We literally played the clip back. Literally played it back. Let me see. Put this poll up. Let's go right here. Start poll. There we go. That's the poll. Y'all should see it in there. Did it's a lie? Oh, man. This is funny, bro. We got a new piece sends in $2. I appreciate the support, bro. Appreciate the support really much. I do. Anything y'all send in is well appreciated. We got 62% yes already. Vote. Put y'all votes in. Got a lot of haters in the chat too. People that just be hating. Someone said in here, that's not a real marriage. Well, that's what you did. That's the whole argument that we were arguing. So that's what you have to argue. He deems it as if it's not through a state, it's not a real marriage. But let's just say that it isn't a real marriage. Did I ever say don't get married? No. So therefore he lied. Yo.
No, we ain't blocked Issa. Yeah, Issa not blocked. We just booted him off. Yeah, man, he lied. Majority rules, Issa lied. How many votes we got in here? Let's see. Oh, only 33 votes. Hey, more people vote. Get in there and vote. Why y'all doing that? Should I have reacted one more clip? Nah. I've been streaming for 3 hours. Let's bring up Spin City. What's going on, man? Did Issa lie?
I think Issa did lie. You know how Issa can really get, bro. But I don't. I joined late. Did y'all go over what a marriage truly is in order for it to be real or fake?
That's what we didn't even. So we didn't go over whether if it should be real or fake. We only went over what like the divorce, the reasons for divorce. So we went over the reasons for divorce, and that was it. We didn't go over what would deem marriage to be real or fake. But even if I say, okay, Issa, well, marriage is only real if it's under the state. Yeah. Then tell me when I said that you shouldn't get married under the state.
Yeah, you definitely didn't say that.
So that's the look. So that's the thing. So listen, you lied.
My boy Isha, man. I said that's my dog, man. Y'all end up becoming my dogs from this platform. So shout out to you. But really,
yeah, nothing against them. We always have debates, but yeah.
Because I'm not married through no state, no government, man. You know what I mean? I take good care of my woman, man, and my children, man. You know what I mean? I have them sit here and talk about everything that we do as far as trips, how long she's been, not having to be forced to go to work. There's certain things that we do as men that would make me a husband to her. Boy,
exactly. Yeah.
Out for this lady back here, man, and for these kids, you know what I mean? So,
And real quick, Spin City, I actually remember we did debate. Actually, time out. We did debate the marriage part a little bit, and we did debate briefly. I stated, but he didn't have any claims against it. But what I stated exactly what you pretty much just stated, but I expounded on it more. I said you can be married. Like, what's the difference between being married and being in a committed relationship? There's not much different but a piece of paper. You can still protect and provide for a woman and love that woman. I even said this in the Yada debate, but there's people like him with this, their mind is, they just can't see certain things, bro. It's just hard for them to like understand it, I guess. I don't know. Like cognitive dissonance.
Definitely, because there's like very limited tax benefits. I mean, if you got a business, then, scratch the tax benefits that come from marriage. There's a joint bank account or something like that. We put money in the mattress, man. So all in all, I thought maybe I missed that part to where y'all really spoke about what a marriage is. What is the man doing? What is the woman doing? It's traditional, however it goes, plenty types of marriages. But I thought maybe I missed that. But all in all, because that's what I do. And I'm not signing no paperwork saying that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's the thing. So that's the thing. So the debate, so that's a different topic. That's a whole different debate. If we have a full debate on what do you actually consider to be a real marriage, we didn't dive fully in on that. He's just making assertions. He's making these claims we didn't even get to the root of these claims. This is why I had to expose him. Like, bro, you're just making a claim on top of another claim, all of these assertions, but you're not having any argument. You're not proving me wrong. You're just lying about what I'm saying. You're being disingenuous and, straw manning my argument by saying that I'm saying not to get married. Nigga, the words never came out. I'd never even insinuated not to get married. Nigga, I started off, marriage is a good thing in general, nigga. Freak you mean?
but do you actually truly believe that marriage is a good thing in the modern world, though? Especially with what the modern woman has.
Yeah. So I even explained it. Yeah, I even explained it. I said marriage is a good thing. I had to even rewind it back. I stated marriage is a good thing. I I think that the laws didn't catch up to today's time because women are in the workforce and stuff like that. But if a man gets a prenup, a very good one, yeah, it could still be, still not taken serious, still not adhered to by the court, and a woman can still take money, but at least try to get some prenuptial agreements if you get married, because marriage is a good thing. And I said it in the beginning and at the end. But the point that I'm making is, which he doesn't understand, I don't adhere to the state. Personally, I don't. I adhere to the church. So if I ever do get married, and when I do get married, it would be by the church, not by the state. So
look at that, bro. I don't even do the church. You already know how I think. I won't get into it, but you know how
I know how you think. Yeah, it's a little bit different.
Based off the church, it's kind of based off the field. You know what I mean? Based off of what was done for me by her, what was done to her from me. You know what I mean? And as far as progression and wisdom and knowledge and what I believe true love is. I think love is an action word. It's something that you do. It's not something that you feel. So. With all that
that's
together.
A fact. It's what you do. Marriage is a duty. And I even played some of that too. I was like, marriage is a duty. It isn't based off any feelings and all of this other stuff. So it's like, and that's the thing, bro. Like some people, they just like, bro, nigga got low IQ. Here's the thing. And one of the things is, you can tell when someone has a low IQ because they lack the ability to even try to understand. I explained so much and he then lied and said that I said something else. So then I know that you're being it's either two things. You're being disingenuous or you truly suffer from low IQ where you actually don't understand. Because
trolling in his speeches.
You said sometimes he be trolling?
I think he be trolling sometimes. I think he's a maker of good TV, man. I think he'll do good on reality TV shows.
It could be that, because sometimes, bro, I have him in here, and sometimes, we disagree on a whole lot of stuff, but we have a back and forth, and it's like, okay, cool, he will concede at one point in this, but other times we have debates. Like this wasn't the first time where he was disingenuous. He did this another time. But guess what? This is the last time he's disingenuous, because now, bro, I'll let you come up here and make arguments, but you actually can't lie. We could argue back and forth all day. We could have the debate, but don't lie and say something that I actually didn't say.
Okay, I believe in all that. So what would be the information? What solution would you actually give a woman that seeks your guidance on marrying a man that believes how we do? Say a woman want to go to the church and she wants the ring and she wants the engagement, she wants the documentation, but her man believes how we believe. What solutions, what words, what guidance would you give a woman like that?
Well, one, I would tell a woman, if what you want, if your wants don't adhere to what the man want, then you should change your wants, because men lead, women follow. If you don't want to change your wants, then you don't really love your man like that. I repeat, what I would tell to the woman, if your wants don't adhere to the man's wants, then you should change your wants if he's a good man. If he's a good man, he's holding it down, you should change your wants. If you do not want to change your wants, you do not want to concede, then that means that, you're not worthy of that man. Men lead, women follow. Is that simple? And the reason being is because it's like this, bro. And there's topics that he didn't want to get into because his worldview would get obliterated. He thinks, so if we just take Issa stance on marriage, whatever the state is, the state supersedes the church, the state supersedes everything. If we don't follow the state, then it isn't real. That's what Issa believes in. So listen, the state in certain states in California and junk was literally trying to say a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. So should we adhere to that? Should we adhere to these pronoun differences? But guess what? He don't really believe in that. So he didn't want to get into that conversation because he know his ideology wouldn't map on to what he's currently saying. It will be a worldview contradiction, meaning that he would say, no, a man is a man, a male and a woman is a woman, a female, if the state tries to change anything like that, we should not listen to the state. He would say, don't listen to the state in that circumstance. But in the circumstance of marriage, he would say, listen to the state. So you're only loyal to the state when you choose it. Guess what? I'm not loyal to the state at all. I'm loyal to God. What is God saying? This is what I'm trying to tell you, man. When you speak into these people don't even know what the word epistemology means.
Oh, yeah, I don't. Yes,
Google it. Google chat. If y'all want to know some stuff, Google epistemology. Epistemology is the application of knowledge. Is knowledge. Where'd you get your knowledge from? Where did you come to know something? That's what that is. So most people, they just think they know things without even think. Influence creates thinking. Thinking creates behavior. Well, nigga, what influence? Something influenced you for you to think some way, for you to act on it, which, well, you claim that you know. Well, what actually influenced you that makes you think that you know something? Is it rooted in theology? Is it rooted in evolution? Is it rooted in Marxism? Is it rooted in feminism? Where is it rooted in? You get what I'm saying? Where is it rooted in?
I definitely hear you. So one thing that you get, I know you get it a lot, and I heard it.
Yeah.
So with you saying and framing up as the woman has to get with the man's program.
Yep.
Couldn't a woman simply manipulate a man? So because what I say that you get a lot is women saying that women are the leaders, women are the superior being, right? So with them being more manipulative and they follow your program and get up under you and take men for everything they got just because they follow the program, you know what I mean? So also sitting at home with their feet kicked up, just sitting at home with their feet kicked up while a man go work hard and a man go, till the world and fight all the dragons. Isn't that the woman kind of being in control of a monster? Isn't that like a little little woman riding the back of a Yeti as the man tramples the world?
This is why you don't get with no woman if you're not really looking to have kids with her. What the freak you doing? What the freak you doing paying the bills and stuff like that and doing stuff with a chick where you ain't even looking to have no kids and to start no family with? You a simp? No, put that woman under the burden of going through pregnancy. What's their what's one of the words in the Bible? You will suffer in pregnancy. God basically said, made the woman, since she bit the apple, you will suffer in pregnancy. I don't remember the saying or the scripture, but that's the gist of it, right? So you got to go through some suffering. You're gonna have these kids. You're gonna take care of these kids. You're gonna leave my legacy behind. And the things that I'm preaching and instilling into you, you're gonna instill those same things into the kid and help. Yeah. And you get what I'm saying. So you're gonna give her a duty to do. So that's what it is. Men shouldn't be shacking up with no chick or providing and protecting and all of that if she ain't having no kids. If she ain't doing her part of her sacrificing her body to give me some children. Okay. Yeah, other than that, my bad, a nigga been talking for like 4 hours.
Yeah, you've been doing
it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, y'all have been lately been 4 hours, 5 hours, 3 hours. So yeah, but I know you get that a lot to where the ladies come on and say, we the superior being because we own y'all. The women own the men. Like you said, we go out and sacrifice our lives at certain jobs. What if you do oil and coal work? What if you do, high up building? You build buildings. You're a carpenter. You doing something. Police officers, military men. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so it's cool to just have a woman at home. She could give you a child, and then you know what I mean. Like, what really else is there?
But also the woman is there to be the helpmate as well. Like, you put your girl to work. Like my girl, she has many tasks that I put her on, many things that she needs to complete during the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year. There's many things that she needs to complete.
Half on any ideas that you put in place?
Do me and my woman go 50-50 on any ideas?
saying next week we're going
nah.
to Turks and Caicos, and we're going to have a business meeting down there. I'm bringing the team. I'm bringing such and such. We're having a meeting. You know what I mean? What do you think about that, wife? Is that something that you would do until other
Oh
men
yeah,
to do?
yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, like what's your take on this? Oh, okay. The thing is, I just happen to get a good woman. She has the ability to defer. She trusts in her man's leadership, so she trusts in me to lead. So, how me and my woman conversation go? Sometimes I'll run something. I'll run an idea because I'm speaking out loud. So I have an idea. I'm speaking out loud. That sounds great, honey. If she has any input or she thinks that something could be different, she would say it, but rarely. And if she does say it, it doesn't mean that I adhere to it. My chick is pretty smart. She got a high IQ. She was never a liberal, full conservative, Republican chick. Came from a nuclear family. All of that type of stuff, right? She's based, super based. Even when I met her, I was suffering from the victim mindset even when I met her. I met her when I was like 26 years, 25, 26. I had the victim mindset still at that age. I got out of the victim mindset by, thinking, things, I gotta blame the other man and not take a full accountability for myself. I got out of that mindset probably like around 27, 28. You get what I'm saying? My chick was a full, I wasn't voting back then, but I was still like, I was probably more leaning to even vote Democrat. Because I was like, this whole race thing, man, I think like the Republicans just racist. That was my mindset back then when I was younger, 26 or whatever.
That was all of our mindset.
That was all of our mindset at one point. But what I'm trying to tell you is my chick, even at that time, even when I met her, she was always still based. She was conservative. She was Republican. She was like, oh no, boom, boom, God, man, woman, children, whatever it may be. But yeah. And then, I just came to it on my own, just discovered it on my own, just naturally like, yeah, something really ain't making sense right here. And I fully came out of the victim mindset. But what I'm saying is you can find a chick that trusts in your guidance and your leadership, and she's just going to rock with you. She's going to rock with you. Now, there's always going to be certain things that you got to train your chick on. Like I was joking before in the beginning of the podcast, the cartoon, How to Train Your Dragon. I'm going to write a book. Create a cartoon called How to Train Your Chick. Because you got to train your chick to a degree, definitely in modernity. I'm going to probably get canceled for that one. This nigga about to write a book and create a cartoon called How to Train Your Chick. This nigga wildin'. But I say all of that to say, I agree with you saying to an extent, but I think that it definitely, one of the things that you definitely have to have some discernment in is choosing a girl that embodies some values that you have or that's base.
All right, so I mean, let me help out Issa a little bit, and I know people in the chat is thinking, Brody. So you just said that you'll train a chick, make a chick work, make a chick get pregnant, and you won't put her on paperwork to get some money when you pass away and stuff. The whole trust and the whole thing.
Oh no, that's different. No, I believe in all that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
damn,
nah,
that's OD. Nah. Yeah, man. If you out there, if you ain't signed that paper, then you gotta get the trust. You gotta have her the beneficiary. You gotta have her on the life insurance. You gotta have some things if you go away. You know what I'm saying? Because especially if this woman got your kids and you putting her on all of these tasks and stuff, and she out there riding for you, then you gotta make sure she good and the kids good. For sure.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Good job, cool. Because I'm like, damn, okay. So you know what I'm saying? Slave work, all this effort, and you won't give her the ring and the documentation. You could definitely put money.
Now you gotta look out for the long term and stuff like that. But even the funny thing is this, even when it comes to the whole like the part, I would even be okay if it was like, all right, a man and a woman is married for 20 years. The woman divorces the man. She doesn't have any job. She was a stay-at-home mom, hypothetically speaking, all of this. Now she's just a single mom, single woman and a mom out there, and she has no experience in the workforce. It should be some incentive for the woman. I do agree that there should be something in place for the woman in that circumstance, but I don't agree with how they do it. They literally say it's half. Whatever, half of what you got, half of what she getting. Nigga, what if she ain't even build half of the kingdom? What if, and not, it's the reasons for the divorce, right? So say if she just wants the divorce because that's how she feel. Well, if she's divorcing based off of how she feels, she don't love me anymore, she shouldn't get anything. So it's based off the reason for you should get it. If you was abusing her, okay. Nah, nigga, she should get 25. Maybe we should even think about half. Maybe we should think, nigga, if you was kicking her head in the door, you give a half. You give a half. Give a half. Give a half. Give a half. So what I'm saying is this. Now let's make this make sense for the marriage conversation, because this is the part of the conversation that he didn't want to go into, Issa, because he doesn't think big enough. We know that the reasons that the church would allow the divorce is different than the reasons that the state would allow the divorce. Now let's speak about the reasons. So for this reason comes an incentive. For this reason comes no incentive. You get what I'm saying? The courts, the state, don't matter what the reason is. It can be based off of, nigga, this is how I feel. Irreconcilable differences. I think I always say it wrong. But for that reason, she's still going to get half. That's immoral. Why would you give someone half of someone's money if she's just going off of how she feels and it's not any real reason?
Yeah, definitely. And some of these dudes go absolutely bankrupt. You know what I mean? So
yes, bro.
The man takes the wrong side. They lose their job.
And the thing is,
they lose their vehicles. So
that's facts. And the thing is, the reason why he avoided getting into the reason, because he know that I was going to make him look silly. I've done these debates before. When you get into the reasons that the church allowed divorce and the reasons that the state allows the divorce are totally different. So let's speak about the reasons and the incentives for the reasons. He didn't want to get into that conversation. What he did was move the goalpost and say was, oh, well, I know it's easier to get a divorce in a state. No. I never asked you, was it easier? I said that, do you know that the reasons are different? And he didn't want to date these liberal-minded black people, black, white woman, feminist mind people. They don't want to get down to the root of things. They never like to really get down to the cause. They only like to speak about the effects. And I always tell my audience, manipulation happens when you speak about the effects instead of getting down to the root, the cause of things. So what's the root and cause of divorces? It will have to be the reason for the divorce. That's what caused it, the reason. So if this reason why you're getting a divorce isn't that serious, but you expect half of his income, that's diabolical. That don't even make no dang sense.
It's like the one time, maybe two times, a few times cheat, and then there's always the going broke. I feel like those are such bottom level for divorce, and you're right. They'll take those to court and get an absolute divorce and, split up the family. And then also with the state, bro, you get this whole child support thing to where, that's going on. That's digging in men's pockets real deep. So what would be, all right, so if you don't go through the state and you get the divorce, what is this church aspect that you speak of for reasons to get divorced, and how do people go through that?
Got you. So yeah, the church aspects on reasons to get divorced. This is mediated by one of the, the higher ups in the church, the pastor, the priest, something like that in the church. And it would be mediated by basically the man and the woman, or whoever wants to initiate the divorce, they would take the problem to the church. The church would look at it. Okay, is this can you come back from this? Everyone sins and stuff like that, but can you actually come back from this? Because it's till death do us part is not is not, so death do his part is spiritual. It's not from material how you do a part. Well, he lost his job. I want a divorce. Well, wait. Or he cheated. I want a divorce. Well, wait. That's physical. One. The other one is material. Let's speak about this because these are things that can be, we can rectify this. I think that's the word. I probably said the wrong word. Yeah, we can rectify this. I think, that's the word, right? We can rectify this. These are things that, it isn't the end of the world. We can help this situation out. But if it's he abusing me, he just gave me a black eye, he keeps hitting me. Well, what do you do for him to hit you? Nothing, this and this and this. You get what I'm saying? All right. Yeah. Well, we're going to speak to him. We're going to go ahead and this will be a valid reason to get a divorce. So we leave it up to the church so the church can go to God and really get a message from God to see what to do with the couple. We leave it up to the state. We leave it to human beings. It's just like, okay, well, yeah, y'all could divorce no matter what the reason is. And guess what? We have this big incentive, and we incentivize the woman when you divorce. So it doesn't make any sense. And I see someone in the chat, a woman, black woman, she got a picture up there. It looks like her. Silly little girl. No one is saying that, I see you in here. You said something, well, if the woman gets a divorce, if she takes half isn't everything. No one said that half is everything. So you're making an assertion, right? No one's saying that if the woman gets a divorce, she's taking everything that the man has. Now, in some situations, I mean, she'll take half of the money, but the man is out there dry and like, you get what I'm saying? But yeah, we're only speaking about half, but half isn't everything as far as finances. We get that, but half is still a whole lot.
Is there anything...
Especially if it's due to your divorcing based off how you feel. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. So is there anything that's the difference between getting married with the state and the government doing the paperwork that will actually protect the man though? Is there anything on that side? I really don't know because where I'm at. Is there, because there's a lot of protection.
The only thing, so here's how it is. In the domestic violence cases, the woman is favored. So when you put it like this, anytime you go to a court with a woman, the woman is favored. She's favored in child support. She's favored in custody. She's favored, generally speaking, she's favored. She's favored in everything.
She's just this little woman that has to do all your work and follow your lead, follow this path. So that's why the states and the government are actually trying to protect women and make sure women go forward because they are the child bearers of the world. They are the nurturers, teachers, and nurses of the world.
Yep.
Isn't that important?
Those things are important, but it's for the reasons, right? So once again, we skipped ahead and we can say, we got to go to the root of it, to the reasons why for a divorce, because the reasons is everything. If we could just talk about like, isn't it this, if, shouldn't they be protected? Yeah, we could say, yeah, women should be protected. They already are the protected gender. They, bear the next generation and stuff like that. Cool. But the reason is important. If a chick wants to divorce a man and take half of his money because she fell out of love with him and she loves another guy, my nigga, do she deserve half for that? No, it's not. It doesn't even adhere to what you signed and what you signed as contract till death. Well, your vows till death do us part, through rich or poor. All that, it doesn't adhere to your vows. So it is what it is. But yo, I've been streaming for 4 hours now, man. I'm about to wrap up.
Do your thing, brother. Appreciate
you, man. Spin City. Shout out to you, man. You want to shout out anything, bro? Anything you got going on?
Yeah, man, shit, good look, bro. So we got we actually aren't harping on history anymore on my side, family. We are working on Black Futures Month. Black Futures Month means teaching your children AI and tech and how to build scalable, marketable and scalable businesses at any age, utilizing AI, tech, and easy coding. So, I mean, you guys can rock with me and check out that program. It's called The Next Step. Other than that, you know what I mean? I'm gonna still do what I'm doing, and I want to do that work for you, bro. I'll make that cartoon, bro.
He said, "I'll make." Hey, listen, man. We may have to, or a book, or something like that. We may have to talk behind the scenes, brother. Get some stuff in work, man.
Yeah, let's definitely cook something, man. I wanna get your your business testimonial, bro. Honestly, you know, a person of your platform and impact, bro. I definitely would do the work for you.
Oh, yo,
I
yeah,
would
we
do the work for the testimonial sake.
for sure. I appreciate that, man, and I appreciate that. Yo, we gonna talk, man. We connected on IG and everything, so we'll talk and chop it up. But other than that, man, appreciate you and have a blessed one, brother.
Peace, you too. Peace.
Peace. All right, chat. Do something for me. Don't be a ninja watcher. So as you see, the majority of people thought that it's a lie. We got a few feminists, but a lot of people in here didn't even comment. But it was, I think, a total of 77. Let's see here. Let's look at the results. Where are they listed at? It was like 77 people. Okay, yep. Total of 77 votes. 62% said it's a lie. 37% said that no, he didn't lie. Okay, cool. I still win. I still win in debate. Majority rules. For this situation, majority rules, my friend. Majority rules. Scam Chan, I see you in here doing your job. You can go ahead and unblock Issa. I see here you confirmed that you blocked Issa. You can go ahead and unblock him, Scam Chan, if you blocked him. But other than that, man, this podcast is no Fugazi, bro. Like the podcast on your way out. We are going live this Friday. We got a full panel of girls. I think about my recruiters probably got about 4 to 6 girls coming. So we got a dating and relationship podcast this Friday. Please tune in. We're going to go live around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tune in this Friday. If you ain't got nothing else to do on a late Friday night, listen, if you like Craig, it's Friday. I ain't got no job. I ain't got no call. I ain't got to do. Go ahead and tune in to No Fugazi Podcast. We got the dating and relationship show. You already know how that go. It's going to be dope. It's going to be fun. But without further ado, I'm out. Peace. Gabby, off. You done. And you want to leave too? This is how our relationship goes. God over man, man over woman, woman over children.